cheddar?
shit.
1 second.
So is this stream live? Yeah, I think we're live, guys. I
Yeah, we're
think we
fucking
are.
live.
Are we?
Hey,
It's fucking
Let's
Tuesday.
go.
happy cheese day, everyone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we are. Oh, yeah. That's so cool.
Very nice.
Wait, he's in the. Bro is in the thing. Alright, let's get Mr. Hail Cheddar in here.
What the hell?
He's struggling with.
So I think there is a slight delay with the X stream. That's correct, right? I think.
Oh yeah, it won't be immediately live. There will be a lag for us because we're here. Oh, I'm also still streaming on Discord. There we go.
6 second. I think delay is 6 second.
It's not that much.
That's pretty cool. Welcome everyone to the Rat Hole episode 1.
Yeah, welcome. Happy National Cheese Day, everyone.
Cheese to be here.
Oh yeah. Was I about to get Mr. Hail Cheddar himself in here? He's here. He's arrived. So let me get your rat right.
Here we go. Wait, is the stream down? Uh-oh.
Oh, is it?
Down, is it?
Oh, the stream has ended? Shit.
No, the Discord stream has ended, like the screen sharing from this. But it's still online on X.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, but
damn,
it's
oh,
not pinned.
sorry.
There you go.
Yeah,
You
it's a
should
bit
retweet it on
confusing.
the X page.
so stupid.
Jesus, don't scare me like that. I'm offended.
Sorry, man.
What a heart attack.
I was like, holy fuck. We speedread it.
But yeah, as I was saying, happy National Cheese Day.
We've done it. We're cheese to meet you.
Okay.
It's actually been a thing since 1914 in Wisconsin, in the United States. So I think we're just the next generation carrying the torch forward, cheese forward, so to speak. And just cheese to be here with the Cheese Bros.
Yeah.
Here to discuss all
So,
things
you-
cheesy and
Yeah, we're here to vibe today. We're gonna have some guests on later. What the fuck else? Who's
I mean, what's on the agenda? What are we discussing?
cheese all day long?
Yeah, that's right.
That's a good
That's
answer.
right. That's right. Good answer.
Okay.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, I still got everybody in the frame too. Oh, okay, cool.
At this point, we offer just moral support.
Yeah, like it is
Yo,
just
Michael is here.
it's him, Hail Cheddar.
Oh, dude, like I was
I-
gonna ask you, they got. If you guys seriously think it's some, thing, they got these
Ma-
lock
Can you raise Michael's voice a little bit, the noise, because you're very low.
testing?
Yeah,
Oh, there you
very
go.
very quiet.
There you go.
Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah.
man. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. Oh yeah, sexy. Yeah.
Okay. No, I was gonna ask. They have those lock contracts. As like, if you guys think it's scaring people from buying, I got a message yesterday that me having the amount of supply I have, that maybe I should like split it up into different wallets. And I was just wondering if I could if you guys think, first of all, if that is true, and then second of all, if it is true, I can just put it like in a lock contract, right? And X amount of time. I wouldn't put all my cheese in there, but I'd definitely put a significant portion of it if you guys think it would help.
I just think people are skittish always. So
People will always complain about stuff, for absolutely no reason. Like, you will do it, they will say that, but you try to hide something. You don't do it, they will say, oh, but there is this big holder. So overall, I think people just have to make research. And if you do 5 minutes of research, they figure out who you are and there won't be a problem about it. I don't really see it as a problem. If you start splitting up wallets, it doesn't hide it, from the chain at all. The one way you could do it is by selling and making new wallets and etc. But that will you would lose a lot of money on price impact. I don't really see too much benefits. One thing I was thinking about, maybe there are stuff you can do with the supply rights, the general reserve, whatever it is, but that's on you and no one else. So, but we can discuss about it with the community, and depending on what people think, we can vote about it, and maybe we get other opinions. But I don't really see it as something really important personally.
Okay. Well, if you guys do, if like there are people complaining like, I'm not going to buy a cheese because of these two top holders or whatever. By the way,
Man,
are
listen,
we recording
people
right
always
now?
gonna find reasons, right? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
recorded. Yeah, it's recording.
Uh,
Mm.
We live. We live as
I
hell.
hold my cheese and I buy more cheese.
Ooh, gangster.
Stacking the
That- that-
cheddar.
Yeah, he's
that was
actually
Michael,
going crazy.
our cheese
I mean,
furor.
Regarding locking cheese, so let's say someone looks at the holder list, right, and they see X% held by so and so. Nothing tells them immediately that X percentage is locked away, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No, on the scans it doesn't appear at first. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So
yeah. So unless someone
yeah, I mean,
actually bothers, yeah,
in my opinion, locking, burning supply, and all these things, trying to reduce the amount of coins in circulation is just a bearish thing overall, right? You want two coins to be exchanged and traded, and those coins, they're valuable. We're talking about cheesy coins right here. We don't want them to be off circulation, burn, etc. I don't think. I mean, that's just my way of seeing it. I don't really think people are getting excited and that people really think it matters as of today. So it's up on you, bro. Really, like what you think is best, what the community thinks. I suggest you talk about it with the community and just see what they have to say around it. But just know that
Yeah.
splitting wallets from the same wallet is absolutely fucking useless. Like it doesn't
Okay.
mean anything.
I mean, if you wanted to lock some supply, you could just throw it in a landfill.
Just put the supply back in the landfill,
Um,
please, God.
So someone explain this insider joke.
yeah. I think so. We need some context here.
Oh, okay. Yes. All right. So, oh my gosh. All right. So, I don't, I don't know where my head was at this day, but so what I did was, oh, I know what happened. It was, um, it was the day that Christ resurrected. Right? What was this? Like, how am I like
Was it
blanking on the day of what this is called?
Easter?
Easter. Fucking Easter. It was
What's
Easter.
Easter, man?
And my wife was like cleaning. She was in a cleaning spree, and cheese was going up, so my head was like not here. And she's cleaning like every once in a while she'll get in these like cleaning fits, and that was one of these days. And my head was not there, and she cleaned my whole computer desk, and that's like one thing. If there's one eternal truth I know about myself, it is that I never clean shit. Like my computer desk stays like a rat den. So, cheese is going up, and she looks at me and she's like, "Can I throw this away?" And I looked at her in the eyes, like through her, and in the eye, like just looking through her, because cheese is going up, right? I'm just like, not even here. And I said yes. And then, so, she cleaned up the whatever. Actually, what I said was yes, no wait, because she was holding a wallet. But I thought I had just said yes. Anyway, a couple weeks later pass, and I realize, I look at my desk and I'm like, wait, my desk is completely clean. Like, where is my cheese? And I start looking for it. And I cannot find it. And like, the reason why I was looking, okay, all right. So I was looking for it because I was about to, I had a thing when I went to Portland a couple weeks ago, where I basically thought my one of my hot wallets was compromised. So I created a new wallet, and I sent all my cheese to that. This is literal rat behavior. I'm like hiding my cheese and like taking my cheese and putting it in another cheese spot and like looking around and shit. And I'm like, oh, well, I passed through the airport security scanner. They're going to scan my pockets and they know my seed phrase. I must change my cheese.
They're gonna know my seed first in their
Rational,
pocket.
very rational.
I'm like, some CSI shit is like gonna fucking steal my cheese. And then so I make this new wallet. And then I'm like, wait, this is just stupid. Why don't I just send it all to my cheese cave, which is, you know, my ledger wallet. And I'm about to hit send on like a lot of cheese. And right when I hit send, right when I'm about to hit send, I'm like, wait, I just better check this. So I go and I look for my
Like,
ledger wallet.
do I have it, right?
Yeah, I notice my computer desk is clean. And I'm like, holy shit. I'm like,
It's over.
talk to my wife. I'm like, it's over. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like starting to freak out because I know I never cleaned my fucking computer desk. And I'm like, Kelly, what did you do to this computer desk? Like, when did you clean it? What did you throw away? Did you throw anything away? Like, I'm already like thinking she did it.
It's
And,
over.
It's over. And I'm like, holy shit. Did you throw away a wallet? And she's like, what did it look like? And I'm like, it looked like a little box, and there's this little metal rectangular thing, and she was like, I hadn't seen you touch that in a while. And I was like, what do you mean? And she's like, you even told me I could throw it away. And I'm like,
Yes, throw away the cheese.
did.
You can go ahead.
Yeah, just throw it away.
I did. Oh my god, I think I did. And then I started freaking out. I even punched my refrigerator because I was like,
The cheese, it's
pretty-
gone.
I was like, the cheese is gone. Oh my god, my life. Ah.
Where is my cheese?
Oh man, that's rough.
Dude, it was horrible. And so I got, I made a video of like my wife threw away my cheese. She even like said, she was like, I think I threw your cheese away.
Oh
And I'm
man,
like, no.
when she
Wow.
thinks she throws it away, that's probably the worst.
And when she said she thought she threw it away, then I remembered that she held up a wallet to me and she was like, can I throw this away? And I said yes. And I said yes because it was a wallet that I don't use anymore. It was like, I have 2 hardware wallets. And one I just, for whatever reason, never use because it's a Trezor and I don't really like it.
Get one of the Solana tablets. Have you seen those from the Accelerate?
No.
Yeah, they look crazy. They're like they look like what's it called? Sidekicks from back in the day.
Oh, wait, no, I think I have seen that.
Yeah, there was some
Michael
time.
volume is still very low. Can you raise Michael volume a little bit?
Testing.
He's got to do it to himself.
Yeah, you gotta raise it a little bit because we must raise the sound to hear you, and then this just steps in with like the loud voice. But
Testing,
that's,
testing.
just a little bit.
What about
Be
now?
cool. Yeah,
Is it
that's cool.
better?
That's perfect. Perfect.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay. All right, sweet. All right. So then what happened was I'm frantic. I call up the landfill, and they're like some of the nicest people. I did research before calling the landfill, going over in Google Satellite and Google Earth and looking where my cheese might be. I'm like trying to triangulate this shit, and I found the landfill, and this woman, she answered and she's like, I forget what the fucking landfill is called. She's like, the landfill, yes. I hate to break it to you, honey. And like, I live in Appalachia, so like this is how these people talk. I hate to break it to you, honey, but whatever you lost, it's gone. And I'm like, what? I had a rich amount of cheese. And she's like, what? She probably thought I was like some sort of like meth head or some shit. And I was like, look, man, may I come look? And she was like, absolutely. You can come look and check and see for yourself to ease your own mind. To ease your own mind, we'll let you come. And I'm like, look, I'm going to come and you're going to tell me it's nothing. Because she said that there was like 8 tons. Wait, was it 80 tons? 80 tons of trash per week
Crazy.
compressed on top of each other, and then 80 more tons every single week. And this has been like 3 weeks now that I'm like, my cheese is gone.
Literally sweat.
And oh, dude, I was losing my mind. I was like, it's gone. I started coping. I reached out to Cheese Bros, and I'm like, I need you all. Like, hold me now.
Liquidity
I'm 6
burnt, bro.
feet
It's
from
fine.
the edge.
I just
Yeah.
lost 1.5% of the cheese supply, guys.
Dude,
No,
it
that
was
was crazy.
it was horrible. And then I still couldn't accept it. You know, I'm looking everywhere. Like I go outside, I'm like looking under the deck and shit. Like I'm like looking everywhere.
Yeah, checked my other pants. My other shoes.
And like a week passed or a few days passed or something. Time was so slow at that point. And I'm like, I just can't accept it. It's gone. And my wife checked the space heater, and behind the logs of the space heater was my fucking wallet. And then it all clicked, and I realized what the hell happened. So on Easter, when she was cleaning and she said, "Can I throw this away?" she was holding a Trezor wallet. And I said yes. And I said, hold on, because I don't really like to throw anything away. And I went, and like, this is what I blanked on. I was like, hold on. And I went and I came to her, I grabbed the Trezor wallet, and I was like, oh, this like makes me paranoid because, you know, she's cleaning
Hide everything.
stuff, getting
hide everything
I
in
better
that
move
book.
the cheese. So yeah, so I took everything and I put it behind the space heater logs. And I would never check there. And I even remember saying, I've put the cheese here. Don't let me forget this. And like that's when we all remembered, and it was all ha ha. We all had a good time.
Man had the
shit.
telltale heart
Ne-
of his cheese wallet.
I could hear the heart thumping
Yeah.
of the cheese melting. I was like, oh, it's gone forever. I was so grateful. I donated 1/10 of that cheese to the Cheddar Preserve.
W. Deserved.
Based.
Thank you for the service.
Dude, thank you for helping me cope. Because I was like, I was losing my mind, yeah, but you guys actually made it better. And that is a 100% honest testament to Cheese and Cheese Bros, how you guys help struggling people through tough times.
Yeah, I mean, to us, that was
And-
just burnt liquidity, so you know, that's a
Yeah.
dub in our book. At that point.
You're like sitting there winning, like you know, rubbing your palms together, your rat claws together. And you're like, it's gonna be okay, bros. Yes, we're going to.
Yo, can't. You're just like, fucking untouched liquidity, boys. Liquidity burns.
Dang, we got my friend Jake. I know he's feeling a little demoralized right now.
Oh, yeah.
He's got to get on Discord.
So yeah, stories about people losing access to their wallets or the wallet itself. It happens all the time, and even to the best people, to the most experienced people. So just make sure, right, that you're safe and sound. And even if you are, you're probably not fully. So don't sleep
was-
on it, right?
It was horrible because the security measures that I took to prevent somebody taking my cheese actually prevented me from recovering my
Covering the
cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real.
I was like, no, I didn't take a picture of it. No, I didn't fucking make a file and write the seed phrase. No, I wrote it down, and it was all together in the same box. So maybe one of the things is keep the seed phrase away from the actual Ledger wallet and have them in 2 separate spots.
Yeah, just have like
Or something.
insanity scrawlings on your fucking bathroom mirror, and it's like, what do the words mean? The words. And it's just like you just
The numbers,
reach, you just
Mason.
reach- Yeah,
It's
you
like
reach underneath your
cheese,
table.
holes.
It's just- reach under your table, pull out a ledger, and you're like, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. Damn,
Yeah.
rough.
So that was pretty rough, but you know, all's well in the cheese cave. I wonder what cheese day in Wisconsin looks like right now.
I guess
Like,
they're partying, right? They must be
Yeah.
doing something in the villages and everywhere.
Where's the happening spot?
I'm looking.
No idea. The
The
cheesy
two
place,
things I know
probably.
about Wisconsin is that they love cheese and they are the drunkest state per capita in America. So I'm sure they're having a grand old time right now.
That checks. That checks.
Doing some research, see if I can pull up the local Wisconsin Cheese Day feed. There's a festival. Oh, this is later.
Is there any music ongoing at the moment? Like, is the background music live?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Let's see.
Yeah, the way Elon jumped on that Wisconsin stage with the cheese hut a few weeks ago, I think a couple of months ago, that was also pretty insane. That's how I heard about Wisconsin being the cheese, the cheese reserve of America, right? The first cheese producer. Which doesn't
Elon.
impress me since I'm from Switzerland, right? And we have the best cheese in the world in my country.
Whoa.
Did you guys
Italians would
invent
disagree.
Swiss cheese?
No way.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, many will disagree, but
Swiss
No, like,
cheese
yeah.
cannot be from Switzerland. There's no way.
Swiss cheese, bro. Like, did
I mean,
you
it
guys
kind of be
make it?
stolen valor if it was made anywhere else.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
but
Swiss cheese, dude. Where did it come from? Let's see. You always learn something in cheese. How many people?
so you're asking about example of Swiss cheese. We have we have
he's
a lot
right.
of different
It
we
is
have a
from
lot
Switzerland.
of different cheese. The most famous one is Gruyère. That's one of the most famous. And then we have Vacherin. And usually, if you mix both, then you have the fondue, right? The famous fondue. It's usually traditionally a mix between Vacherin and Gruyère, but there's different way to do it. And yeah,
No, yeah, you guys invented Swiss cheese.
Crazy.
yeah, there is a debate about where the fondue and the raclette comes from, but it's definitely in this area. We don't know exactly where, right? French people will tell you that it's from France, etc. Doesn't really matter.
Huh. It's
We
like
all
the,
love cheese. That's what matters.
it's like the Danes with their fish.
No, dude, it's good to know where stuff originated from so we can like put it in the lore banks.
I mean, when I look at some of the stuff that you call cheese in America, I'm kind of shocked. Not gonna lie. But
We invented cheeseburgers, okay?
We crafted singles.
Yeah, those were manufactured. Those were not made or produced in a wholesale
fake
manner.
cheese, plastic cheese, fake.
Fake ass cheese.
Fake plastic cheese.
Did you guys know that yellow cheese is also fake? If it's yellow, it's not real.
No.
yeah, cheese should not be yellow. Yeah.
Yep, it's only like different shades of white.
But I think it's the same with
Yeah.
ham and salm, right? If it's the color that you expect it to be, then it's full of.
Yeah,
It's full of
salmon. I
shit.
forget which one it is. If it's either like, if it's orange, it's real, or the other way around. If it's orange, it's fake. But salmon's very easy to tell as well.
Salmon?
Yes.
Wait, fake
Yeah,
salmon?
yeah. Yeah.
We
Seems good.
talk cheese here, not salmon and pork. We talk about cheese.
My fault, bro.
Real. I've never seen a rat.
So yeah, for the new people joining, this is the first episode of the Rat Hole. It's a bit of the setup episode, but she's to be here and she's to have you guys. It's the first podcast of a long series of different podcasts with topics, and yeah, it's gonna be cool.
Community segments, etc.
Yeah,
Alphas?
speaking of topics, let's just go to like, let's see what's on the news right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I was looking at the same stuff actually after looking at the Wisconsin stuff.
Let's see, we got our sororities all white.
I don't think so. Trust me.
women's issue. Don't care. Fuck feminism and fuck sending women to college.
What about freaking? You motherfuckers seen Stomp the Yard, right? Stomp the Yard.
yeah. That Stomp
course,
the Yard
bro.
was dope.
Yeah, those are black frats.
Dude, I watched Stomp the Yard.
Those
I
are
gotta
definitely-
I gotta think back at because there was a time where I was totally blue pilled and didn't even know it. It was like, it's hard to even remember. It's like a totally different lifetime. But Stomp the Yard was out then. Like I think I literally watched it in the movie theater.
Yeah, they came out with a whole bunch of them. It was like fucking. There was like a world competition, like fucking Glee type shit. Where it's like they went to state or whatever. Like it's crazy. But it was so fucking much.
They're saying that Pamela Anderson looks the way she does because the Hep C is getting to her.
Oh god. Isn't Pamela Anderson like 80 now or something?
Man,
No
I
way,
know.
really? She's not 80.
She
No
could
way.
still.
She's gotta be, right? Like she in the 60s, she was like 20s, 30s.
No. She's 57, bro.
What the fuck?
What?
You have to be thinking of someone else.
Wasn't she the chick in the lifeguard chick?
57?
In the what?
Yeah, lifeguard
The
chick.
lifeguard
Yeah.
movies?
Baywatch chick. Yeah.
Yeah, Baywatch is not that old. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. Maybe Baywatch is newer than
I think that was an 80s thing, like a late 70s, early 80s thing.
Oh,
57.
that's why.
Oh, she's Canadian.
Damn.
Dang, do you guys remember? It was Pamela, and then after her, it was this one chick, Nicole. I don't know, some chick that like died from a drug overdose or something.
Oh, fuck. I do know who you're talking about. I'll figure it out. Give me like 2 minutes. I will figure it out. Anna Nicole Smith.
Anna Nicole Smith.
Nicole Smith. Not Kendrick. Not
Yeah,
Anna
she-
Kendrick.
Not Anna Kendrick.
Different Anna.
She like the way I remember it was like she came out and inspired a bunch of like obese women to lose weight, and they were like, you got to get on this Anna Nicole Smith diet, and apparently that diet was cocaine.
Yeah, right? Like, that was like super a 90s thing too. Like, everybody was doing fucking coke.
I
What
wish
a
I would have
time.
known about it then.
Yeah, what a time, right? Man. I can't imagine, like, being a model for that long. Like, Pamela Anderson, right? And just being like, yeah, you hit a point where you're just known for that, right? Like, that feels like the worst thing. And then, like, you just stop being hot at some point.
Oh, dude, imagine if you made your fortune from taking thousands of cocks.
Yeah. Unlucky.
I mean, is it
Take a
worth
look
it?
at Bonnie Blue and Lily Phillips, bro.
At some
Yeah,
point, I
also
feel like
break
you're gonna
records.
have some sort of.
I mean, if you could
think
show
she's
a
not
boob
doing
and
too
become
bad.
successful and have financial freedom, wouldn't you do it? That's a question. Or a feet, if you could sell fit pics and people would buy them. It's not
See,
ethical,
feet
it's not
pics,
good, but
that'd be okay. Feet pics, I'd have no issues with that. But if I was like,
doing porn.
washed up, if I got to a point where I was washed up, and then I was thinking, all I have to show for it is 100,000 cocks.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. It would be
They
tough.
kind of love that now.
Oh my god.
I mean, they act like they do, anyways.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, and a lot of
empowering
men
women.
who love watching it too.
They're empowering.
She
the
does
women.
look dead behind the eyes, though. Any like interview I've ever, or like not an interview, but any like little clip I've seen of her like speaking to somebody, if you look at her eyes, it's very like empty and soulless. Obviously.
Are you talking about Pamela?
No, no,
Or-
no.
or
Bonnie Blue.
Bonnie Blue. Oh yeah, she looks like she's a walking drone.
Yeah.
She doesn't deserve it.
She doesn't deserve it. I have to save her. No, dude, that's funny. I don't know if you remember, like the first time she did this. Her first big, I don't know, maybe it was 1,000 guys or whatever. Some bloke brought flowers, and like
Crazy.
they were like on the bed, like messed up on the bed. I'm like, man.
Was that Smugrat who
And
did
they
that?
say-
I was about to say it was probably. I'll bring the flowers. Listen, Bonnie, I know I'm 999, but you don't have to do this.
and
You
they
can
say
come
gentlemen
home with
don't
me.
exist anymore.
That what?
Chivalry is not dead.
Yeah, imagine being like number 500 or being like her partner and being like, oh yeah, it's fun. Like crazy.
But there are people who exist that like legitimately enjoy that. Like that is their thing. It's like, oh, I'm getting the I'm getting the leftovers. I'm getting the scraps.
Oh my gosh.
I imagine the smell in the line as well. Just
Oh my
some
god.
mac and cheese all over.
Ponder
Literally.
the aroma.
Just the sweat and ugh.
Yuck. Smell of ass.
It's alcohol.
Smells like Mumbai in there. Jeez.
At least.
Mumbai, crazy. Dude. I mean, eventually, right?
And
Eventually they
roasted
get tired
cheese.
of it.
Eventually.
People like roasty cheese, man. I mean, we made that video about roasty cheese and Bonnie Blue cheese, and it sent hard. And like, I still get residual likes, and the ratio of amount of people that like it now, it's like to favoriting it, it's like 1 every 3 likes we get a favorite. And it just continually getting likes. So we gotta somehow replicate that.
Yeah,
Bonnie Blue for
there's a
some
market.
reason. Well, I think sex sells in general, right? Like anytime
Yeah.
I've ever made like a Bonnie Blue post or like
They're captivated by her.
yeah.
Oh my god.
I mean, we're all talking about her.
I mean,
Yeah.
Good point. Good point. It's just that our incel minds can't comprehend someone having sex with 1,000 people.
Well, yeah, at the end of the day, it's just like fascinating because it's like, what would happen to this person if they attempted this like even as short as like 100 years ago? If
I
they
mean,
went to
even
like
shorter.
turn
They
turn of
get
the
stoned.
century. Oh yeah, even 1950. But it's like, hey, like I'm going to the town square, and hey, 1,000 guys, like, come with me.
Yeah, I wonder if we could like recreate an episode like that of Smugrat, like a Bonnie Blue type of character.
She
maybe
literally
named
goes back in
something
time. Like
similar.
Smugrat like helps her like invent a time machine or something like that. She acquires a time machine by any means and goes back in time because she has fucked every dude on Earth, right? That's what it is. She's fucked everybody on Earth, and she needs to go and fuck everybody from the past. So she acquires a time machine and goes back in time.
to empower them,
It's
and then they
fucking
like
genius.
literally stone her.
Yeah.
It's like Terminator.
That's actually a really good. That's a good storyline. She has fucked every guy on Earth, and now she must.
Like
See,
she's gone through India, like Africa. She's literally ran through everybody. India's
That
the
is
final
gold.
boss.
dopamine receptors are fried. Like there's no more dopamine anywhere she can obtain.
And what's that story where like Donald Trump's uncle like did some research on Nikola Tesla and maybe there's a time machine there or something.
Oh yeah, yeah.
She can use that time machine.
The science fiction universe of Bonnie Blue in a Terminator-esque
man.
story. It's crazy.
Come with me if you want to live. Come with me if you want
Come
to
with
live.
me if you want to jizz.
You know who I think is the best character from the Terminator franchise?
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna
Who?
say it. Miles Dyson.
Miles Dawson.
Don't remember that.
Dyson. Dyson. Google it, man. You see his face, you'd be like, oh yeah.
I know this guy.
Oh, he's pretty based. You're right.
He's the guy like holding like the kill switch on the grenade.
Wait,
He's definitely got.
I do remember. Yeah, I actually.
Yeah,
do remember.
he's
that
the
for
most
sure.
the most base character. I don't care what anyone says.
Dude, movies used to be so good, man. What the fuck happened? They're so ass now.
Yeah.
Dude, I went and saw Sinners, and I didn't think it was good. Man.
You know what? I was literally just about to bring that one up because it's like one of those ones that everybody seems to love, and I don't think it's bad, but it's not like incredible. It's really just a Marvel movie repackaged in a different light, in my opinion. As far as like any movie that has music in the background the entire time, like it diminishes all the dialogue that is said, in my opinion, which is every single Marvel movie. So
Yeah.
I mean like I can't believe that like everyone is saying that like this movie is a masterpiece and this and that. It is like
It wasn't that
it's
crazy.
just so derivative of like everything else that I've seen for the past like or any like blockbuster that I've seen in recent memory.
I see. That's what I said. Is I think there was so much junk in the movie. In Sinners. So Sinners. The thing about Sinners is that there's so much
Sinners.
extra fluff that is about like,
Yes, bro.
the plot that they're trying to push. That like 40 minutes of the movie were literally so bad that they didn't need to be in the movie. But the
Agreed.
the other rest of the movie was like a 7 out of 10 outside of that 40 minutes. And it was hard to get through those 40 minutes of hard parts though.
All right, let's look
Dude.
at this. Sinners. Okay. So, all right. This is the one with Michael B. Jordan.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
It like tried really hard to be scary
Alright,
and
no
funny
comment.
at the same time. Yeah.
Comment.
Like, what is this? Like, does it go back into the 1930s when they started doing ragtime and they're gonna like
Yes.
talk about the other side of the story?
But no. What you're missing is that there's vampires.
Oh, there's vampires.
Yeah. So it's
That's why we
basically
have
like
blues today.
yeah, it's like a Tarantino movie, but it's like not by Tarantino and not good.
Yeah.
And I think that's like the hardest part about watching it. You're like, oh, this movie is trying so hard to be like edgy and like sporadic, and it's like not because
It's like Django Unchained with vampires with a Marvel filter, like run through a Marvel filter, and that's what it is.
yeah, it didn't feel
Decent.
good. It just, I know people like it, but I didn't think it was good.
That's a good way of describing it. There's
No,
vampire movies.
I'm a
Yeah, you know what
cinephile,
the-
bro.
Some good vampire movies, like so they're like 80s movies, like
Yeah, like Blade and the Lost Boys.
Blade is pretty good. The Lost Boys, that's what I was thinking about. Yeah,
I
The
do
Lost Boys.
like the first Twilight too. I don't care who knows it. Like that is a landmark classic in our culture, in my opinion.
He said it out
Yeah, you were not muted there.
I think you know what? I think it takes a real rat to admit what he likes.
Yes.
Dude, it's iconic. I don't care what anybody says. It is iconic.
I mean,
Damn.
it is iconic, but for like white females in their 60s or something, when they're pre.
I mean, that's
pubescent.
fair. I understand I'm not the target audience, but I do respect things like, you know, you can respect things that you don't necessarily enjoy more than other things. And like that movie is like iconic. I was also in middle school at the time, so like very impressionable.
Oh, he respected the
Not
culture.
not
he
that's
said.
not to say it's my favorite. It's not. But it is like the first one specifically, like everybody loved that movie at that time.
This guy respected the fucking culture. He said, "It's crazy."
I do respect the culture. Cheese is literally culture. I respect the culture.
Every culture, even vampire culture. All right, like I gotta ask, what did you think
Yes.
about the ball token that got launched? The like.
So
lo-
so this is recorded, right? We have some listeners. So no. To be honest, I haven't really checked out. I haven't really digged in it or anything. Usually, when there is something super hyped up, I tend to not really care about it, right? I still, check the website and everything to see if I'm interested. But I did that with Ball, and I was not interested, and so I moved on, and that's pretty much it. But I guess the chart doesn't look that bad at the moment. I don't know about the drama. I think there was some drama around the coin. It was shilled by the biggest whatever on X. So
Yeah,
I don't really know. I don't really know what to think.
they all had the same
I hope for the
screenshots.
ball holders that it does well. Like,
Yeah,
does Solana needs a lottery like a casino? I mean, Solana itself is a huge casino. It's the biggest casino on earth. Do we need a lottery? I'm not so sure about it. But again, I haven't really checked it, and I don't know. I don't know anything about it. Like, too much noise. I tend to avoid it.
yeah. That's why you should stable in cheese. Literally.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I've been stacking cheese instead. Been buying some more cheese.
Like, it was just
Yeah, I mean,
the crazy part for
like
me was
sometimes you
like
get it like
everybody
more.
had the same screenshot. Like everybody had the same screenshot. It's crazy.
That's what makes cheese so cool actually. I was talking about this to Paul. There's like literally no difference, and it just will like create an uproar, I know. But there's like literally no difference between cheese and Bitcoin. Like Bitcoin was the first meme coin. It was the
Real.
first meme coin. The only reason it has any value at all is because people said it did. And so
Yeah.
we have an opportunity in cheese. We have a community here. If we just rally around it, we can create something. I'm not going to say the same, but we can generate a huge interest just by staying and buying more cheese and telling people about cheese.
My thing is okay. I'm gonna say this about Solana in general. One of the biggest coins in Solana. I won't even name it. We all know it's a couple billion market cap. Didn't build anything.
Bonk. Oh, with because Bonk has some utilities.
Yeah, there's a couple on the list. And that's the thing is like I can say that and you can think of 3 things on that list, and that's like with the few things Blanc obviously they still count, but then like fart coin question mark. Like
Yeah, I mean, I think Farcoin is just very meta, man, and it was the right coin at the right time, and I tend to really like it. Is it full of life and community, etc.? Probably not as much, but it's a good coin, man. It's a very good coin, and I love Bonk as well. Like Bonk is fucking base, man. Bonk has been here since the beginning. With I don't really have an opinion on it. I don't know what to think about it. But
yeah, I'm just tired of all the derivatives.
I mean, we're
and
not
push.
here to. We're not really here to criticize like the bigger projects, right? I mean, we can talk about them, but I kind of like Fartcoin, man. Fartcoin was kind of based in its inception. It was kind of cool. I'm kind of sad that
Yo.
I missed on it.
Young Fud's out there. Everybody say what's up to Young Fud.
Young Bud.
Young
Where
Fud.
is he?
What's up, bro?
By the way, where are we looking at this? Like, the podcast? Can we see like the room and stuff?
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah, it's on
X, you
Go
can
to the
see it.
pin post in the Telegram.
Ah, shit.
Yeah. It looks way better on X, by the way.
Yeah, like I said, that was just my preview of it when I was streaming.
Is it from the main Twitter?
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah, this is a official cheese sponsored event right now.
It is. This event is officially sponsored by Cheese. Brought to you by Cheese.
And National Cheese Day.
Yeah, I don't see anybody in the. Oh, do I have to click on the rat hole? Like, I don't
Yeah,
see
you have to
anyone.
click it. It like opens a new window with the chat and everything.
I see a chat, but and I see the rat hole. It's just a background. Is that what I'm looking at?
Yes? Question
Or is
Yeah,
there
with,
No,
like,
you
like,
should see
all
it
of our
live. Like you
little-
should see the animations and everything normally.
No, I don't see. Damn, what the hell?
Well,
Oh, you gotta.
no, but it's there. It's live.
Oh, we live.
Oh, it says this broadcast has not started yet. That's clearly wrong, right?
Oh, that might
Yeah.
be the old one that got changed.
Okay, here I just had to refresh the page. Yeah, I'm totally retarded.
Oh,
I'm
what's good stuff?
retarded.
Okay.
Like working in tech, you should know this, man.
Nah, dude, that's
Try
where
to
you're
turn it
wrong.
off. Yeah, turn it off, turn it back on.
Hit it a couple times and it should work.
Did you
Oh, we
plug
got-
it in? Oh shit!
We got Wood Schizo. We got the Wood Schizo out there.
Where do you see people joining? Where do you see that?
In the chat.
In the
broadcast.
180 views.
Yeah, you can pop.
Let's crank
Yeah,
let's crank these bitches
not
up.
that's not a lot. We should probably bot the spaces. I think it would be a good idea.
Initiate the bots.
Get 5,000 listeners and then charge, I don't know, like 5K for people to jump on here. You know.
Real. Let's do it like every
Alright.
other project.
If we
Alright,
get to
alright,
5K, I will shove a Sharpie in my ass for cheese.
Oh god. A yellow sharpie.
You heard the man. Share the space. Share the room.
I only accept white cheese. None of that yellow shit.
We got a new target. Share the room, guys. You piece of
I'll
roadmap.
never get to 5K, and I will never have to put a Sharpie in my ass.
That's how you do it.
Now I'll make sure this never gets botted. I'm firmly against botting, social media managers and botting whatever. I'm like, and I actually believe that that's not what people will be looking for in the coming months and years. They're gonna look for people and interactions. And so
Yeah, number high.
I'll make sure this never gets botted.
Yeah, but number high though. Bigger number.
Yeah.
More relevance.
Yeah, I mean, like this is the first episode. It's an episode test, but I guess as we start improving it and have some topics and stuff like that, like we'll get more and more people joining. 1,000 listeners should be the first target.
Yeah.
But it's pretty cool, man. I'm super happy
no,
about
this
this,
is pretty
man.
freaking sweet. Yeah.
Yeah. National Cheese Day, first podcast, test podcast, first one of many. That's
Oh, wait, we can see.
it's a good day.
reposts in the
Today is
chat.
a good day.
Yeah, today will be a good day, all day long.
Good day. It's also some Pride Month. How many
Oh,
days
shit.
into Pride Month are we?
4 whole days.
4. June 1st. Hey, right. Dang.
I lost a couple soul on Pride coins. No one really cares about gay people anymore, especially not Frenchers.
This guy getting drugged by gay people.
You got
Shit.
rugged by a bunch of gay people. What the hell?
I didn't get bragged. I mean, well.
Man hit a
That's the
minus
story
a
of my life.
minus 2x.
Do you think they can tokenize AIDS on the blockchain?
God, I hope
That's-
so.
Holy shit! Imagine. I mean, you can send coins with functions in them, and if people interact with them in their wallet, they get drained and stuff like that, right? I believe. I'm not really
You can
familiar
just-
with that.
you could just send your AIDS coins to someone and pause them. It's like,
I
dude,
think you
this guy
can.
didn't have any AIDS, so I sent him some AIDS and he's paused now.
Just freeze the coins in somebody's wallet. They're just 8 coins. We can't get rid of it.
Yeah, yeah. You would have to do that on a blockchain that you know you could create a token with a freeze key, and you send it to a wallet, and then you just freeze it in the wallet. I can never get rid of it.
That would be the best.
That's a decent meme coin. You can't sell it. Just like sits in your wallet, and now you have it.
Liquidity frozen. Holy shit. That'd be the best.
You can only send it to another wallet if they don't have it.
Yeah, it just like pays for your tax fee. Or it just like pays for gas fees or something. In just your frozen your AIDS coin.
Jeez.
Oh, I just found out about the live chat that we have on the podcast.
Oh yeah. We live.
Yeah, if you guys have any anything, any requests or whatever, you can always comment.
Yeah, fucking Young Fud wants to buy 5K
Here's
viewers live.
If you guys don't know about our community member Wood Schizo, I'm gonna highlight him. Wood Schizo is dope as fuck, and I really think that he could do a lot for cheese.
Yeah, really.
He has adventures. I know he has some adventures.
Dude, there's so much stuff that he has posted just on his timeline of like going out in the woods and shit. It's so funny.
Imagine his every day. Every day he's got to be talking to somebody. Somebody's wanting a cigarette from him or some shit like that. If he just cheesed him, maybe he's asking for a cigarette from someone. I don't know. But if he just cheesed him and made a little short video and posted on Twitter, dude, people would like come to this guy's account just to see what the fuck is Wood Schizo up to.
Real.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even a character that he's playing. That's actually him, and that's awesome.
No, it's actually him.
That's great. And by the way, Woodskizo, if you're listening, big thoughts, prayers to you, because our friend Woodskizo has a bit of a situation at the moment. Just know that we are with you, and prayers towards you and your family, brother.
Always.
Oh, what is happening?
He has some problem with a member of his family at the moment. So,
Yeah. Big love out to Woods.
He mentioned it. He mentioned it in cheese chats earlier today. I'm not gonna talk about this on podcast. It's private, but yeah.
Sorry, bro.
One of our most schizo
Yeah, man.
soldiers.
Life is tough. You gotta stay cheesy. That's your only way through.
Real.
Life can be tough. Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta cheese it out with the boys.
Exactly. They will always make you feel better.
I just remembered this post that I cooked up in literally January that I'm gonna drop on the main in a few hours, and I forgot how fucking hard it goes. You guys are not ready.
Oh.
Dude, send it.
No, it's too early. 9 a.m. EST is too early. I need to do it at like noon.
Yeah, we got time. We're taking it slow. We're just talking to all the people hanging out right now. Talking some shit, looking at some charts, seeing what the runner for the day is.
There is not many runners at the moment with this pump fund rumor. It's a bit tough in the trenches, I'm not gonna lie. We had a couple coins today, but nothing really crazy. And well, I think it's a good time to actually be looking around and scanning, because no one really is, and you should be doing things when no one is, right? But sincerely,
making a
pump fund,
podcast.
new launches, make a podcast, make whatever, all the things that we're building right now. Yeah. No, but yeah, I'm looking, but I'm not really I'm cautious at the moment. I'm really waiting on this pump fund update that we should get in the next 10 days.
Yeah, it should be a good way to accumulate some more cheese for sure.
I mean, today's the day to
I'm
do
gonna
it.
be sniping, stacking cheddar.
Yeah, POV. These
You
are the
guys-
rats you're trading against.
These are- I'm the guy who buys at 10K. No, no, not always.
Oh, here's a hot topic. Greta Thunberg.
Oh god.
Yeah. So Greta Thunberg, whatever, however you say her
Yeah, I
name.
don't know how to say it either.
She's sailing again, and this time it's for Gaza. And yeah, what do you guys think about that?
Great, I guess.
Like, does anybody remember what she did when she sailed last time? What happened?
I remember she sailed, but
honestly
I don't
do
know
not.
why.
I don't remember why either, but I feel like somebody's gonna remember. Why don't we just Google it?
It was something about proving a point for the environment, and that she just wanted to say that you don't need to take the plane or something like this. Wasn't it about the emissions? And it was 100. I think it was environment related and to send a message. But I think some studies also suggested that it actually consumed a lot more than just booking a plane ticket. What she did.
Yeah, that's what she did. Some sort of a, she tried a strong woman event, and she came across the ocean and landed a 2-week sail across the Atlantic.
Huh.
And during that time, we found out that she had Asperger's syndrome, obsessive compulsive disorder, and selective mutism.
She also like, I mean, it's not like confirmed, but like she has all the telltale signs of fetal alcohol syndrome.
Yeah, you can see it in her eyes.
Just like
For sure.
Bobby Blue.
That's harsh.
Probably explains why she doesn't talk much. Selective mutism. Oh, actually, it's really just fetal alcohol.
Yeah.
But so now this time she's got a hair up her ass, because I don't really know. Anyway, cheese's culture. It is what it is. There's this concept of a wall, and it could be that Greta Thunberg is reaching that wall early, and she needs to. And these are just totally my thoughts. I'm a total retard, like wrong all the time, whatever.
Retard.
This could be one of these moments where she's trying to resurrect the Greta Thunberg spirit. This is her Amelia Earhart moment, and she's going to Gaza. I don't really know what she expects to achieve in Gaza, but
Yeah, what does Gaza
mean-
want? Does Gaza want her there? Like, that's what I don't understand.
I can't imagine that they do.
Yeah,
Like her last name is Thunberg. Like they're gonna,
Yeah.
Oy vey, everybody put down your arms. It gets shot. Dude, the really smart people are gonna be there ready to take her sailboat when nobody's gonna be able to get back on the sailboat. Like, who owns it? Shit.
Gives me that sailboat. Shit.
All retards. Storm the sailboat, and then we'll have a sailboat.
yeah, like clearly they're gonna record it. Like that's like the whole thing. Like it's a PR thing, right? So she's probably like not alone on this.
Oh
boat.
yeah. No, that's why I say it's probably gonna be like an Amelia Earhart moment, because most of you guys know about her, right? She
Yeah, she
got a
flew the
strong
plane.
women, and she flew a plane and got lost in like forever.
Yeah. Huh.
And so she's gonna go to
Plane
Gaza.
and got lost?
Yeah.
How does that even work?
Dude, everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, this is such an event."
Yeah,
Women
that was
are
like
so
the
strong.
40s, right?
Literally,
Yes.
Amelia Earhart's achievement is that she got in a plane and was never found again. That is a strong woman event.
That's true.
That's what happened. And I'm wondering if it's gonna be a similar thing for
Greta Thunberg.
Greta. You know, the stars are sort of aligning right now. And I don't hope she gets shot. I hope she does not get shot. I think that's
Obligatory, yes.
Yeah.
We must
yeah.
say this on the recorded podcast.
Yeah, we don't
Yeah.
want anything to happen to her, but also it's just like weird that that's her ploy in 2025.
I must take a stand for women.
Well, I think
So-
in today's day and age, it's like people are driven to be activists, like more to flex their ego than to actually solve any real problem.
For sure. Like we saw it all with the Black Lives Matter stuff. You know, all these white women with their filters and they have the black fist fucking tattooed or painted on their face, and then a week later it's completely gone.
It's crazy because these types of people is who I was living around in the South, like when that was happening, and like they would post all that shit online, and then the shit I would hear them say behind closed doors was like literally 180. It was like the most hypocritical thing I've ever witnessed in my life.
What do you
for the
mean?
Views, bro.
Where in the South?
In South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Yeah, Spurs up. Go
That place is
Cox.
dope. I like South Carolina.
It was a fun time, man. Charleston's cool. Where I was is Columbia, so the state capital.
Ooh,
A little less cool, but you know, I had a good time. It was a really fun time.
That's what I want to go back to. I want to go back to South Carolina, personally.
yeah. If you guys like fishing, they got big ass redfish.
Dude, I need to teach myself to fish when the apocalypse starts, man. I'm fucked.
You know what they say.
Fishing is super easy, bro.
Every
So
single
easy.
time I've ever been fishing, I literally have never caught a fish. I don't understand.
Bro,
Really,
you literally
do you-
just put some cheese on the end of a hook, throw it in.
You know what?
Yeah,
I
that's
haven't
true.
tried that one yet.
And then you'll catch
It's
some
true,
whales.
yeah.
One time I got invited by Indonesian people to go on a night hunt with spear
wait.
guns and scuba tanks.
Did you
Spear
just say you got
fishing.
invaded or invited?
Invited. I was working in a scuba dive shop, and yeah, they were just like, "Yeah, we're gonna fish. You want to join?" And I said yes. And we just went at night on the reef with the spear guns. I did not have a spear gun. I just had the bags. They gave me the bags full of fish, and at night all the fishes they
Oh,
sleep,
shit.
and you just have pretty much to shoot them. Like they sleep, they don't move. A lot of them, and yeah, it was a massacre, man. That's like actually illegal. Sorry, and
Were there
and yeah,
sharks and
but.
shit?
Oh yeah. I've seen hundreds of sharks in my life. Some very close, even some during like also night dives at like 25, 30 meters deep. Some pretty big reef sharks, but always reef sharks. I've never seen, bigger ones, tiger sharks or bull sharks. Nah, never. I don't know
Like
if I
scary
really
as
want
fuck.
to like.
Like just diving in the dark, usually you get this big ass shark swimming by you.
Yeah, it's exciting, man. I'm a bit of a strange person. I kind of like it. But yeah, and on top of that, they were actually laying on the ground, which is super rare. They never really just lay on the ground and not move. And when we approached them, they started moving, and one of them went into my direction like pretty quickly. It got me a bit stressed out for a second, but then he moved away.
Yeah.
There's more people killed by cows every year than by sharks, but I guess humans are also more on Earth than underwater. Yeah.
Yeah.
They just fart in your face and they fall over. And the methane. Carbon monoxide.
I can't
poisoning, I can't breathe.
But spearfishing is actually kind of cool with a spear gun, and even just fishing, like how you call it, like line fishing. It's very chill, man. It's very relaxing, and it's not
Definitely,
hard
fishing
to
is
learn.
underrated. Yeah, fishing is easy. I mean, it also kind of depends on what you're fishing on, but like carp fishing or like fishing for bass, spinning or whatever, it's pretty easy.
Yeah, fishing giant tuna or marlin might be a little tougher, but
Yeah.
I'm seeing those videos on YouTube of those crazy Australians going for that marlin, and they almost get get harpooned themselves by the marlins, and oh man, they're crazy. These guys are crazy.
Swim through the
I-
ocean. Free Palestine, motherfuckers.
But
Dude,
no,
I,
I really just need to learn so I can just like catch my own food, because like I feel like when I'm like 50 or 60, like is really when shit is going to hit the fan in
that's
society.
perfect. And when we have our cheesy yacht party, we'll do it on a fishing yacht, and you'll learn how to fish.
Yeah,
We'll all
fuck
learn how to
yeah.
fish. Yeah, we'll tell the captain. He'll be like, yeah, usually we string up ballyhoo, put a stinger hook on there, and we'll be like, one request, we want our bait to be cheese.
Yep.
Mandatory.
You're a professional, make it work.
I mean, it should work. Like even freshwater fishing, cheese works really well.
It does, yeah.
And then saltwater fish also go as far as to like eat your shit if you were to shit in the ocean. So it has to attract fish like 100%.
It's gotta work. Right? If it doesn't work, we'll have some lines in with actual bait, some lines in with cheese, and we'll get something.
I met a guy last year on at Gili Travangan. I don't know if you know this island, Gili T. That guy he was such a good spearfisher. He did not have any sort of need to breathe. Like he could fully ignore his need to breathe, and he sometimes fell asleep in the water because of the lack of oxygen. Yeah, he went down on the bottom and just waits 1 minute, 2 minutes, 2 minute 30. And suddenly he sips a little bit of water, and this wakes him up, and he would just go at the surface because he would pass out in the water and realize last second. And
Oh,
this would
shit, I'm
happen to him
dead.
quite often.
Fucking crazy. Shit, I'm about to die. I need to go get some air.
We called him Aquaman. I think for a good reason.
Yeah,
some
what
of
the
these
fuck?
guys are
That's
crazy.
He
There's
would
this
go
one dude
underwater and fall asleep, man.
Sorry.
He'd go underwater and fall asleep.
Yeah, pretty much pass out, and he keeps his tuba, his snorkel in his mouth, which you should not do in theory, but he does it so that when he falls asleep, it doesn't drown. But first, there is a little bit of water that comes and wakes him up. So you don't need to breathe. Like breathing is actually a body. It's a body reaction, right? And it's something that you can train to. I mean, you need to breathe, but the sensation of, oh, I'm missing out on breath, I need to breathe now, etc. You can actually work on ignoring it fully, and that's pretty amazing.
Yeah,
Kind of
that's
reminds me
pretty
of like
amazing.
the Wim Hof stuff, like
Yeah,
sitting in cold water and just chilling basically, like staying calm and whatever.
Yeah. There is a lot of training, and actually not that much. Like after a little bit of training, you can easily hold your breath in static, not moving and going down in spearfishing. But just in a pool, you can like very quickly hold your breath for like up to 2 minutes and plus. It's not that hard. Even 3 minutes, it's not that hard. Which sounds crazy, right? I'm holding my breath for 3 minutes. It sounds like wow, but no, actually, it's rather easy to do with training.
There's this one dude I used to work with, and his previous job, he was an underwater welder, and he'd have to be like underwater in the gear and everything for like 18 to 24 hours sometimes. So he'd literally have to like sleep down there off and on. So like yeah, he learned how to do it. He said it was really fucking weird, but after you learn how to do it, it's not that goes for anything. If you learn how to do it, it's not so bad, but kind of insane. He'd literally be underwater for like a day straight.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. That was my dream to be to find one of these jobs, but in my country there are more like jet pilots, fighter jet pilots, than people who work on the underwater workers industry, right? So yeah, kind of gave up on that, but still cool. And they get paid a lot to do what they're doing. That's
Oh yeah, they make a shitload of money, bro. Well earned too. Mike,
I miss
were
the
you in
ocean. And...
Vegas?
What were you saying? Vegas?
Yeah, I was asking Mike if he was in Vegas for
Yes, sir.
the Bitcoin.
I wasn't
thing.
there. We got to get Paul in here. He was there.
I don't think I've talked to you since like before you went to Toronto. Then.
Yeah. Yeah. So pretty much, I came home and that's been it.
You were cheesing, bro. Cheesing hard.
I was cheesing hard.
Dude, all those videos of those girls were so funny. Like just getting them to say cheese to meet you. They're like, "What the fuck is going on, man?"
They did it too. That was a funny thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Just cheesing, telling people about cheese, buying cheese. This will make us win.
You don't really have to explain cheese to the people that you shill it to, right? You just have to share their socials. They will see that there is activity and
Something
I mean
going
cheese.
on.
All the time, and mostly like just cheese. You know, all of like a lot of memes you have to explain and convince and stuff like that. And we're just like buy cheese, you know, buy cheese. Here's the Telegram. Here's the X or whatever. Get in there,
I
and it
know,
actually
just like-
works.
just buy cheese is just such a ridiculous phrase by itself. People are like, "What buy? What the fuck?"
What do you mean buy cheese?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Oh dang,
yeah, I think we're
bros!
gonna have some great months ahead.
New
gonna be
COVID
amazing.
strain from China hits the U.S.
Nice. Very
Some
cool.
Here we
experts
go.
are calling for
Don't worry,
face
nothing ever
masks to
happens.
return.
Dump it.
This is a UK article.
So fake news? Question mark.
Yeah. Also, in other
There's news.
news, there is a violent ultra storm over Germany. Meteorologist warns storm of the year.
And that's because they're electing the new Hitler over there at the moment, I think.
Really?
I hope so.
No, but I heard like the extreme right is gaining everywhere, like in France, Italy, Germany, everywhere, right?
Damn.
They're extremely
Why not?
right. They're
I
correct.
think Germany is pretty hardcore at the moment in terms of politics. I mean, hardcore, like it depends from where you like what your opinions are, but they're pretty on one side at the moment. But I don't
They
know.
are
I'm glad I'm not there
extremely
nor
correct.
anywhere close to there.
The West has fallen, unironically.
Yeah, yeah.
That's swollen.
But also, like, what's right extreme? Like, Germany is AFD, right? I believe the party, and it's like the leader is a lesbian married to an Indian woman.
No way.
Yeah, it's crazy, and like still they're trying to push it as right extremism or whatever. While at least for me, it's pretty pretty mild.
Yeah, that whole scale is pretty wild. Like in the United States here, when I was young, a Republican back then, and this was 25 years ago, a Republican back then would be like an extremist now. It always seems to tend to shift left over time, and they'll still subdivide it into right and left. But if you look at the whole timeline, you'll see like there's stuff that the right agrees to now that back then they would have said, "Oh, you're a total socialist, freaking commie fuck." And now those people act like, you know, they never had those beliefs. They're like, "Oh, that's totally racist. I never thought, like, I don't even see color, in fact." It's wild to watch how these people's minds shift, and then they act like they never even held these beliefs in the first place.
It was also
I mean, you gotta
you
follow
can
the
believe
trend.
it, even if you believed in like it like 3-4 years ago, and it comes up now that you were to believe in it, or you were a bit racist, or you said like the hard R on Twitter, you'll get cancelled immediately, right? So I think that's
Yeah.
kind of why people are
Oh,
simmering
that's
down.
yeah. Yeah, that is a factor.
Hello.
Yeah, and I think. Oh, who's that?
I think I heard a girl's voice.
Someone else knows.
Mouse said.
Oh, that's Mo said. Yo, Mo said, what's up?
You should all tell Dante. So let me call out someone.
Where's this?
Diz.
Oh, Diz.
This nuts.
Wow, I can't believe it took somebody this long to say that. Unless somebody already said that without me seeing it. Fuck.
No,
No,
no.
it's news to me, and it was
Oh
funny.
hell yeah, that was
It hit.
original.
It hit just right. This nut shit.
How much did this woman raise? The white American woman for calling these guys with the N word in this park. How much was the total fundraise? What did it reach? Like half a million?
I know it's hundreds of thousands.
At least 500,000. At least. It could be more.
That is crazy.
What was her
That is
name?
insane. I don't know. I have no idea. But that's a true vibe shift. Like we have more and more signals going towards that direction. And well, I don't personally support it, but yeah,
Well-
I don't know. We'll see.
I just wonder what happens after Donald Trump is not president anymore. Because whenever he's in office, at least like the first time, and right now, it kind of gave everybody this like unconscious and like psychological cue to like literally say like everything you're thinking without, fear of repercussions or anything like that. It's just kind of like, especially like white people. Like now, like white people do not give a fuck when Donald Trump is in office. Like they will say exactly what they're thinking. So I just wonder how hard the pendulum is going to swing back, especially if they elect a Democrat next.
Yeah, we got a little bit of time before that, but yeah.
Yeah, for
That's an
Or
interesting.
Yeah, there is a
question.
vibe shift, and I mean, as an investor, there is definitely money to be made on certain things. Not telling you guys what to do, what is ethical or not, but you should be looking and you should position yourself and not just be a victim of news, etc. And yeah, try to be on the side of things. I think.
absolutely. No matter who the president is, there's always an opportunity to, to make money
Money.
off of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
especially in America and especially with capitalism. Um Everything is kind of like the way everything is like kind of framed is like doom and gloom one way or the other, but ultimately like if your perspective is tuned in the right way, like there's literally always an opportunity no matter who is in the Oval Office. It doesn't fucking matter.
Shout out to everyone who shorted Trump elections until now. Shout out to you guys.
That would have been a good play.
Yeah,
There's also
actually took
so many
massive profit
people-
when
Yeah, you can finish like.
in November or October, I think it was October around the elections, I sold like 90% of my bags. And everyone was just saying like, yeah, we're going up, up, up. I was fully into altcoins. I'm kind of glad I did, but then the noise got me and I kind of threw back a lot of, whatever I took out and lost it, obviously. So yeah, if you got a plan, just follow it, right? Ignore the noise, follow your plan.
That's
Mm,
exactly what
try
happened to
to
me.
try to follow people who have a bit of different opinion than the common noise thing. Yeah. What happened to you?
Same thing. I sold out in December. I was feeling comfy, and Trump launched a meme coin, and I bought it, and I bought it like 22, and it went like the next morning it's 75. I sold, and then Melania came out, and I bought that, and
Ah, shit.
I made a little bit of money, and then I sold, and then I bought several meme coins, and it just like went all to shit. Like literally lost 90% of my money.
Yeah, I lost 90% since November as well. Yeah, pretty crazy.
So
Yeah,
now
that
we're
was
just-
fucked up,
we're-
man. Like, I think in January was one of the months where like holders and degens, whatever, lost the most. Like, most people actually lost a fucking shit ton that month in particular because of the FOMO.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was tough, man. It was tough times. I think I saw Trump at like $3 or $2 or $3, and I quickly saw the post like I don't know how much he aped. I think $1.5 million, and he was like all capital letter. We get rich together, or we get rugged together. And he made like I think 2 or 3 millions. And man, such a good like big Chad of this industry. I think at least his trading skills and his balls are good and heavy. You know, like it's. But I didn't ape. Like I couldn't buy. I couldn't press the buy button. I was like, this is not real. This is not real.
Yeah, I didn't think it was real either. It took me a little while to buy.
The top was in when people started talking about Trump coin flipping Ethereum. That was the
Yeah.
fucking top.
Dude, he literally wrecked the market with that meme coin because it pulled down Bitcoin. Bitcoin started going down after it was like cooking, and everything just once Trump crashed, literally everything crashed. Like you can watch the top of Trump coin and then just look at the rest of the market, and it follows suit.
What do you
Yeah,
think
which is
happens
pretty-
if
it's
he
pretty
doesn't
crazy,
drop
right?
Trump coin?
What?
You can go ahead, Lek.
No, I just said it's crazy. Like when you think about it, this liquidity rotation and the amount of liquidity that is actually really sitting in crypto. Sometimes it's can be a bit scary, but that's the game.
And now we're just here for moral support.
Right.
We're here because we made friends along the way.
We did.
Yep,
We made the
yeah.
friends along the way.
Came for a quick flip, ended up a community member. Fuck.
Fucking real.
Actually happened to me.
Yeah.
I mean, there are a few communities out there that are really cool to be part of, regardless of the token, price
100%.
action, market
No doubt
conditions.
about that, for sure. I'm
Yeah,
very
he's one of 'em.
slow to buy new things and very slow to sell as well. I generally like I never sell at all. But I think going forward, just like if I do end up like stumbling upon something new, I just need to like not join the Telegram or interact with anybody so I can like feel less bad if I have to sell for profits.
Yeah.
Never cheat, never cum.
Yeah, literally.
That's what I'm doing in the trenches. I don't even want to see who's talking about the coin that I ape on X or whatever. I'm just on my Axiom, and that's it. You know, that's. Yeah. I always feel bad as well. Like I think it was yesterday. I actually there was whatever, but there was a coin, and one of the.
I know what you're
I
talking
sent it
about. Yeah, I
early.
literally watched it go from 100,000 to like I think 500,000, and then right now it's at like 33K.
Yeah, I think that's the same coin. Yeah, actually, I was chilling it. I think at 20, whatever. And yeah, it went like crazy. And I just like literally I don't ape a lot. You know, I'm not the guy who buys like 2 souls on new launches. I like to play with money, especially now with money that I'm happy spending. It's not willing to lose, but it's money that you're happy spending. And but I still made I think like $300 or $400 out of a 0.2 buy, which was cool. But I felt so bad about it. Like I did nothing wrong, but I still kind of felt bad just because I actually entered the Telegram and showed up, and I wasn't promising or anything, you know. But the main guy who pushed it, he came into my DMs and he was just like, "Yeah, like, nah." I was like, "Nah, don't do this to me, bro. I'm like, I have nothing to do with whatever, you know. I just buy cheap coins, and you know, if it turns out into something I like to support, but yeah, at the moment I'm busy, you know. I have cheese and stuff like that." And I think I'm always transparent, you know, like I always try to educate people and shit like that. But I still feel bad somehow. So yeah, I guess it's part of the game. Maybe it's weirder if you don't feel bad about it. I don't know.
Well, then you're like a like legitimate dictionary definition psychopath, right?
Yeah.
I mean, man, it's the game, right? Like you lose some, you win some. People are betting on online coins. Like you can find all excuses you really want, but like deep down, I believe everyone knows what's right and what's wrong. And if you do a lot of wrong shit, well, at some point it's gonna. I'm not saying this with like bad intentions or anything. Rather the opposite. Like at some point it will strike back in a way or in another, and most of the time it strikes back in ways that you don't even realize
Of
that
course,
these are
bro.
the consequences of what you did. You don't even
Karmic
realize it because you're so
retribution.
deep down, and yeah, yeah. But we all do mistakes. There was only one perfect man that ever lived on Earth, and yeah, so
Yeah, I was about to say that's an interesting question to think we all deep down know what is right and what is wrong. And I've definitely thought about this question my whole life, and I'm not sure I know the answer to it. Because some of us will justify things and do things, and in our minds, we think it is right, whether it is greater good or if we just are following our own like dictionary definition of what we think is right. But you know, you talk about that man that lived the perfect life. I guess he is the standard to go by.
right and wrong.
I'm almost at the point where I'm not saying I don't know what is right or what is wrong, but I don't think I'm smart enough to discern it all the time, and I know I fuck up all the time, pretty much every day. I do something wrong, and
Well, you just have to remember that like you are limited by your like three-dimensional body and the hardware that's in your brain, right? So your brain is a computer, right? It has the capacity to understand like the difference between right and wrong, but you could be wired differently than somebody who thinks wrong is right, if that makes sense.
yeah,
Well, I would kind of argue that we all have this kind of objective right and wrong within us, but that's an opinion. I think that's what they describe as the Holy Spirit in the Bible, but that's I might be wrong
the
here, and I
Holy
don't want to go too
Spirit.
deep into that.
Yeah, the
Yes,
Paraclete. That is what stirs us. Um,
and we all have it. Like it's part of us, and like the Bible describes it as such. Other cultures will describe it differently, but that's yeah, and then there is what, as you said, like the hardware, the programmation of your brain, which, long story short, can translate to ego. You know, all the stories and all the shit that you've come
Absolutely.
up, and so you will all the justifications and all the things you do, they're always linked to your ego, always.
yeah,
And most of sicknesses, cancers, and a lot of things are actually also linked to the ego. Um,
You're right. Yep.
the ego's a motherfucker.
yeah, it can bring a lot of money. Yeah, I'm not saying like it can whatever you have, but yeah.
But then what is that actually worth? Like ultimately like from if you take a step outside of your body and outside of your thoughts and you just like you could just like observe yourself as like, an ethereal entity. Like what is that really actually worth? Like what if you were transported to a different planet with like no culture, like anything, nothing at all, no society, like you just existed? Like what is it worth at that point? It's only
Yeah,
worth
it's like
what your ego determines it to be worth.
the only thing that really has value is the present moment.
Yes.
Seems like.
Yeah, 100%. I went from I'm not gonna disclose the amounts, but pretty much four figures into mid six figures in January 2024. I rode the first AI wave that we had of the cycle, and I made a shit ton of money, and then I lost it all. And I remember losing it all, having not a single penny left in my pockets, almost, just barely a few, like hundreds, and just walking in the streets here in Southeast Asia, in my city, and feeling free. And that was a crazy feeling I had.
That's
Um,
good.
Yeah.
like freedom, like absolute total fucking freedom. Not a phone in my pockets, not $500 on my bank accounts, a few souls, some cheese. Yeah, still have a ledger at home or something, right? But like, uh, it felt good, man. And sometimes we get really hot, like sometimes we're just really too deep, and it's good to take a step back.
Caught up.
I
Yeah,
actually
we-
see a lot of reasons also in those regards to. I haven't done it, and I don't know if I will. And like, but when you recognize Jesus as the Son of God and as the perfect human and the man who sacrificed himself for the humanity, it actually and if you truly do it, like it's not something that you just do in like 2 weeks or whatever, right? It's a journey, but if you reach the end of that journey, I actually perceive the benefits from it, and I think if we all did it, like the world would be so much better. But yeah, it starts
100%.
personally, so yeah.
Yeah, it starts personally, and it's like it's a very long journey. It takes a whole lifetime.
Just to play
But
devil's
it is
advocate,
tough, though.
you would have no frame of reference for what that is if you didn't also witness like the worst that humanity has to offer as well.
Yeah. Like, what is light without dark?
Right.
What do you compare against?
Dude, we should get
It is
shitcoin
interesting.
Dr. Phil in here one of these days. He could
Shitcoin
literally
Dr. Phil
talk
is
about this
dope.
for like 12 hours straight without taking a breath.
Yeah.
It needs to be 3 a.m.
Yeah. I think one day I was in one of those spaces and it was when I got off work like earlier on in the day. So, I hopped in there at like 6 p.m. or something. And he was like, "Yeah, I just woke up 20 minutes ago."
I woke up.
That guy is crazy.
Brought my kid home from school.
Living the dream, man. Living the dream.
Yeah, I
Mr.
guess
Young,
we.
you're
I
low
guess
key on
we'll
that
have.
sleep schedule right now too.
Oh wait.
What the heck? Those heckin' Chinese bastards. Chinese nationals charged with conspiracy and smuggling a dangerous biological pathogen into the U.S. for their work at a University of Michigan laboratory.
That doesn't sound very friendly.
It doesn't.
Very
Trying to
uncheese-like
smuggle-
conduct.
Yeah. That is uncheesy conduct.
Damn.
Eastern District of Michigan. So it's real news. Bastards. They're not very happy about these tariffs.
No. Shit.
And then meanwhile, Donald Trump posts, "I like President Xi of China, always have and always will, but he is very tough and extremely hard to make a deal with."
Ah, God bless. I love that guy.
Dude, I just started listening to Shart of the Deal, and I for the longest time I thought I will never read that book, but I was bored and I was like, all right, what the hell? And I download books. I don't read them because I'm retarded. So I'm like listening to this book, and it's a good book. It's a good book. Yeah, he turned
Yeah,
me
I mean-
into a believer.
Yeah, like there's actually some conventional wisdom in there that I think is quite applicable.
Yeah. He's actually a very smart guy. With a lot of
Do you guys know if our guests are coming today?
who's our guest?
I think we have
Then
Yeah,
X
go
from
ahead.
Chonky, and then maybe some guys from Mog, right? And then
no.
no.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure. A I think a small-time Cole by the name of Murad's coming on this stream later.
Something
Yeah,
confirmed?
Murad's coming on.
I think I've maybe heard of his name a handful of times, but I'm not. I don't know the guy personally. He was kind of like begging me in my DMs to come on. I was like, whoa, okay,
Yep.
like, relax, bro.
We also have Gary Gensler coming on at 11 EST.
Gary Gensler, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Yeah, he said he's doing a speech regarding the Cheddar Reserve, which I'll be keen to get some insights into.
I'm curious his perspective. Does he see us as
Yeah.
competition?
I mean, look, is cheese a security? I don't think so.
Is it a commodity? I think so.
Cheese is a commodity? Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
Makes
it's
sense.
gotta be, right?
yeah, surely.
So for those who might not
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
the Cheddar Old Reserve is kind of the marketing wallet, but it really mostly just buys whole cheese. It's one of the top holder. Yeah, that's it. We named it the Cheddar Old Reserve.
Well, it's really for supply control more than anything, and like price stability. So you know that like, I think it has 2.6% or something like that, but that's not going
Yeah.
anywhere. It's like in a secure place that's guarded by multi-sig, so nobody can like do anything malicious with it. It's really just to protect the rest of the believers.
So how I see it, it's mostly very good for mimetics. Like the mimetic
Yeah,
power of it is
definitely.
actually very good. Like this supply control out of circulation. As I was saying earlier, you don't really want your coin to, burn coins or whatsoever.
Yep,
You want your
agreed.
coins to be
Yeah.
traded and exchanged, and so it's but I mean, it's just funny, man. Like it's just fucking great idea, man.
Before
It's
I
brilliant.
was playing around on Solana on other chains, the thing that like I would see happen is these meme coins set up these vehicles for it to be deflationary, and obviously, in principle that sounds good, but what the fuck does it matter if it's deflationary if nobody even wants it to begin with? Like you're just deleting supply that nobody is buying anyways, so it's kind of a you're grinding backwards, really. And that's not to say nobody wants cheese, because everybody wants cheese, but it's not as good in practice as it seems in theory.
Like, it was very popular previous bull run. It might come back at some point. From a normie perspective, if you think of it, right, you don't really explain a lot to normies, and you just tell them, yeah, the supply decreases, so less supply, same demand. But yeah, man, it's about the demand. Yeah, it's about the demand. It's not about
Right.
and we have fixed supply and stuff like that. And arguably, if you really want to use your coins for like day-to-day use, you even need them to be inflationary. So yeah, but that's whatever. Because otherwise,
That's
like
a-
you're
yeah.
really limited.
That's a good point, man. I mean, if you look at lots of not even necessarily tech altcoins, but a lot of coins, they just go on and on and on in their white papers about tokenomics and distribution, etc. And it's like, man, no one cares. The amount of effort's going into to analyzing the tokenomics, and it's just like,
Yeah, I think
tokenomics.
90% of people listening here to this space have not read a white paper once in their lives.
No.
No,
I would
Maybe
assume.
the first page of a real white paper, but
yeah, I mean, most people haven't even read like the Bitcoin white paper, right?
yeah.
I tried to study the BitTensor white paper a couple years ago. I wanted to mine Tau. Man,
It's
it was
complex.
fucking hard,
It's
man.
complex, man. It's complex.
I actually learned a lot, but at some point I was just like, yeah, you know what? I'm just like, this is not for me.
Yeah, no. And people that
And there's
claim
actually
they understand, they don't.
Router
yeah,
has
some
logged
very
on.
technical guys might, but no. Router's here.
Router
Oh,
is
Router,
here.
welcome.
What's up,
Welcome
bro?
to the National Cheese Day episode 1 Rat Hole
It's
podcast.
good to be here.
Oh, thank you. No, thanks for coming, man. It's great to see you. Great to hear your lovely voice. And
I'm
we're
so
cheesed to be
happy
here,
to
man.
be here. I just woke up not too long ago.
Right. Good
Another
morning.
day of waging for me, unfortunately.
That's how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, happy cheese day, though. This is a very good day. We've come a long way.
It's a good
Dude,
Absolutely.
for real.
Yeah, you gotta wage it until you make it. That's how it goes.
Damn. Dropping truth nukes, man.
Yeah, pretty much we're just stuck waging until, until maybe things get better with the market, I guess.
Cheese fixes this.
Does. Yes, it does.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I actually shilled cheese to my entire family. I went to a graduation not that long ago, and like all my extended family was there. And I was like literally telling everybody, hey, you should buy cheese. You should buy cheese. And they're like, what? What? What is that, like a stock? And I'm like, no, it's a cryptocurrency. Oh, you mean like Bitcoin? And I was like, no, it's a meme coin. And then they're like, oh, you mean Dogecoin? Some people are just there's a lot of normies out there. So once they get turned on to the light, then we're gonna have we're gonna be off to the races. But yeah, I mean, there's just so many normies, and they'll get it at some point.
You just have to explain it to them, and like, it is like Bitcoin, except it's exclusively better.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I don't even know why you would buy Bitcoin at these levels. Nowadays, you might as well just buy cheese and chill.
Exactly. This is financial advice.
Yes. Absolutely.
I was interacting with some Bitcoin maxis and shit posting like, yeah, your digital gold is at, I don't know, 1.6 trillion or whatever. Digital cheese is only 0.1 million, 0.5 or 1.2 million, 1.5 million, and they were laughing at it, bro. Like digital cheese, digital gold. Like they
Yeah,
kind of
dude.
enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's just like having fun with it, man. Totally.
Stackholder and Carl Menger. I think those are pretty big Bitcoin accounts.
Was
Yeah,
that
man, I'm
recently
cheesed
you
to be
engaged with
here.
them?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I've slowed down a little bit on the shills lately because of the trenches, but well, at the moment trenches are kind of dead, so I will keep an eye on it. But I will definitely go back a bit more into hardcore, not shilling, but like just shit posting.
Yeah, totally, man. Totally.
It's so easy to shit post cheese, guys, and it's so fun. Like you can try it out at home.
I mean, we're like doing it every day, right? So.
Yeah, we are, but like to the people listening, like it's actually a hell of fun. Like you're not like whatever. I mean, at least I like it. I really like it. So yeah, do we want to talk about what's cooking here now? Not really, huh?
It
Not
is
now, at
still a
least.
bit early. I think going forward, we
yeah.
will not do it this early. For obvious reasons. I mean, it's still like 6 o'clock in the morning on the West Coast. So,
Oh, that's crazy early, man. Wow.
yeah. I mean, it's like it's
It's not-
9:45 where I am, which is
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not like late, but it's
Almost 9 p.m. at my place. It's about time for a good night. A little more, a little longer.
I mean, it's nearly midnight here, and I'm just getting started, man. I'm just getting started.
I'm
sure-
choosing hard all day, bro.
Yeah.
I think Cheese Pill is from New Zealand, and every time he's like, yeah, it's 2 a.m. here, and I'm already like in the future kind of thing for the rest of the world, but he's like on the tip of the future. Like he's 2 days in advance.
Dude, he's in like the worst possible time zone.
Yeah, it's actually
Really?
really bad.
How many time zones are you removed from him?
He
He
has.
is.
Oh,
What do you think? Actually, me from you is 3 hours, and then myself from him is 2 hours.
Oh, okay.
So
But
me
for
to him
me,
is 5.
Yeah.
Yes.
for me to you, it's like it's 3 hours if you're going forward, backward. I don't know, but you're like 16 hours ahead of me in time.
Oh yeah, GMT plus 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm always in the future, man.
Dude, I know you
It's
need
actually
to.
good for trenching. Instead of staying awake all night, you can just go to bed early, wake up early, trench early, and then it's midday or something, and you just enjoy the rest of your afternoon. That's what I've been doing for like a year and a half, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Actually, you're in the perfect spot to like do business with America, right? That's cool.
I think it's pretty good. Yeah, it was one of the reasons of me moving here to Asia. It was I wanna because I was a Euro poor, not really, but yeah, Europe time zones, and yeah, man, it was fucked up, man. It was not good to like sleep is actually really important. They say if you don't sleep between 10 and 2 a.m., like if you get used to that, you actually lose a shit ton of life. How you call it? Like lifespan, expectancy. I don't know how you call it.
Yeah,
But you lose a
dude.
lot of it by staying awake at night. Like you're not meant to be all. Even if you're saying, yeah, but I'm a night owl or whatever. No, you're not. Like you're supposed to
No,
sleep when the sun
you're
comes
literally
down.
like sleep and diet are the two things that are like so crucial for you enjoying your life when you're older. Like
And not too much
every
coming.
disease stems from diet and sleep.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, don't fall for the non-sleep meme.
I'm actually
That's
on
bad.
3 hours of sleep 2 days in a row now. I think 2 nights I will sleep good.
Gouda.
Very
I will dream
good.
about the upcoming episodes of the rat hole.
Dude, so yeah, I only got like 5 hours of sleep last night because I was excited to get up early and make sure everything was in place. But literally like what I was dreaming about, like I was like asleep in my dreams and waking up and checking the time like, oh, how much time until the rat hole starts? Oh,
Oh,
okay.
it's the worst, man.
Like I was like in my dream like waking up, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And then you wake up feeling very
Yeah.
unrefreshed, unrested. Yeah. Dude, the biggest
Yeah,
thing is, man, if you neglect sleep, people think that people say they can operate on little sleep, and maybe for a period of time that's true. But the first thing you actually start to fail on is actually simple tasks.
I mean, yeah, of course.
such as
It's true because complex tasks you can still focus enough, but you'll find that if you're sleep deprived, you'll fuck up really simple tasks like shit, man. Like putting dishes away, driving. Like you'll fuck up really simple stuff.
I had it yesterday. I really did not check out the road when I was going, like trying to trespass the road,
Yeah.
and I didn't almost got hit. But I remember like stepping back and thinking afterwards, bro, like if there was a car coming, like I did not look there at all. It was in middle of the traffic. So yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
Stay
look
vigilant.
at
Yeah, sleep is
Elon Musk.
important.
Like Elon like has like stated multiple times that he really only gets like 4 or 5 hours of sleep every night, and like like you said, like doing that like here and there is whatever, but like doing that on a consistent basis, you can understand why he's so fucking weird and can like barely talk to people normally.
Yeah, no, dude, it actually fucks you up proper. Dude, in the military, man. During training, right? People that fucked around. There was a guy I know who because you typically carry rifles when you're training, right? And this guy had ND'd his rifle, which stands for negligent discharge, which just means he was fucking around with his gun and he pulled the trigger, right? So just complete idiot. And as punishment, the sergeant at the time, because we were camping out in like a forest, right? He made this guy go to bed for 20 minutes, wake up for 20 minutes, go to bed for 20 minutes,
That is
wake up.
insane.
And he did
Oh,
it for the
no.
entire 7 hours we were resting. And like, this guy was absolutely fucked by the time we were packing up camp.
Can't even imagine. That sounds so fucking terrible.
It's torture. Like, the guy shouldn't have punished him that way, but yeah, the guy could barely operate, dude.
My first weeks of boot camp in Switzerland, they would always do that. Like, always wake up in the middle of the night to drill us.
Yeah, stay
And even
vigilant,
later
bro.
on with those fire alarms and shit like that. And every year I have to go back still for a few years, and every year it's the same bullshit, and you get woken up in the middle of the night for no reason, etc.
Yeah.
This is my
Yeah, man.
rifle. There are many like it, but this one.
That's a good movie.
I,
Man.
I remember I would sleep anywhere. You know, after eating, we would just have like 45-minute break or 1 hour. I would eat like in 5 minutes and then just lay in the sun and fall asleep like in 30 seconds. That was the good part about it.
Dude, did you ever fall asleep during parade?
No, but my lieutenant actually, to become lieutenant, you have to. No, I never. But I know some people who did.
Yeah,
Like during
I've done
100
before.
kilometers of walk to become lieutenant, you have to walk like there's a walk of 100 kilometers. And
Yeah,
he
yeah.
told me like at the end they were like kind of relaying each other, holding each other, like one, like one arm on the left shoulder, one guy on your left, one guy on your right, and we just carry you kind of thing. But you keep on walking and you're like semi asleep, and you start
Yeah,
daydreaming.
it's horrible. It's horrible, dude.
So you did military too? I did not know. That's cool.
Yeah, man. Which is why, it's all transferable skills, man. Soft skills, everything you learn, it's all coalesced into creating a cheesy environment where we can all have a good time and be disciplined and, really work hard together with strangers and create something beautiful,
You sound like a
Here, here.
surgeon or. Were
Like
you
what? A
just soldier
surgeon?
or
Yeah. Officer.
officer?
Yeah. But
Officer, please. That's
yeah,
kinda
please.
cool.
Oh, dude, there was so many people you train with who just live off people calling them sir and saluting them. Just losers, bro. It's
Bro,
kind of like
I did my
yeah.
I did it
I'll go
during
ahead, man.
COVID, and we got locked up during COVID, and that was pretty damn. Oh, I mean, it was an experience to be locked up in a military camp during COVID. Yeah, that was. I guess it was one
Well,
of the good places to be because everyone was just so scared and isolated, and I would still be in the same room with 14 people all day, and same, like yeah, all day every day. But we used to be able to go back home on weekends, and with COVID we couldn't. And after like 6-7 weeks, people started crashing out for real. The surgeons, everyone.
yeah,
Military
of
in
course, man.
Switzerland is not professional. It's mandatory. So the dynamic is a bit different. You have to be there. You cannot go home. You're with these fucking guys that you like them, you love them, but to some extent. And yeah, that extent is definitely over after like 5-6 weeks of being 24/7 with them. But yeah, man,
Yeah,
that's
bullshit.
cool.
Yeah, man.
There
Yeah,
was
man, it's a
so
good
much bullshit
experience.
happening.
Oh yeah. It's kind of like any job though, right? There's always a degree of bullshit you have to tolerate.
Yeah. I kind of liked my military days in the sense where I was not thinking about shit, man. Like I was full
You're
autopilot, and I don't know, that kind of thinking about it now, I feel a bit nostalgic because my mind is always busy with crypto, right? So
yeah, man. You're just a cog in the machine, right?
Yeah, a little bit, right? That's yeah. I gotta revisit it. Like,
Yeah, man.
yeah, I just got my call to go back there actually by the end of the year. I don't know if I will. I'll see.
Yeah.
I can
Is there any
actually postpone it.
consequences if you don't?
If you just don't show up, yeah, but if you show, a visa and you can prove that you're just somewhere else, not just on holidays to skip the session, I mean the course, then yeah, there is no problem. But they still kind of have to approve it, or you just don't care and just never come back. But then you kind of cannot come back to the country. I mean, you can, but if they will figure it out and they will come at you, man. And military law is really fucked up. Like military law, I think in every country is.
Yeah, bro. Okay, just for everybody listening at home, if you're new, welcome. Cheese to have you. Cheese to meet you. This is episode 1 of the Rat Hole. This one's gonna be a little bit more unorganized, chaotic, more along the lines of an X space, just because we're cheesing hard. It's National Cheese Day. We just want as much chaotic energy as possible. But going forward, we think we'll have more segmented episodes with different guests, different hosts, talking about more specific topics or really whatever they feel like talking about. But yeah, this is a yet another platform for cheese for anybody to come and cheese hard with us.
Let's go. She's to be here.
Yeah, man. It's a bit freestyle today, but and it's cool because if you do come here, we can organize to have a custom avatar for you as well, and it'll pop up and on stream, light up, and have an animation, etc. So yeah, it's something very very cool. And man, shout out to Diz for organizing this and
Massive
making
shout out
yeah,
to Diz.
like massive
Thank you,
effort, man.
Diz.
Thank you, Diz.
Thank you, Diz. Thank you so much.
Yeah, fuck Jamie.
Yeah, pretty much.
Who's Jamie?
He's the producer of Joe Rogan's show. Who's always
Oh,
like,
oh yeah, Jamie. Pull it up. Yeah, okay.
pull that
Yeah,
up, Jamie.
pull that up, Jamie.
Just pull that up.
Jamie the cock.
I was thinking about this like 30 minutes ago. We should aim for nothing less than becoming the Joe Rogan's version, like podcast version in crypto.
Yeah, cheese is the collective Joe Rogan of meme coins.
It is. It really is.
Yeah, it's gonna be cheesy. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not talking as much. Like I'm really like exhausted.
You're good, bro.
at the moment.
You're
Oh,
good.
relax, man.
No
Relax.
It's yeah. Like
We're
I
just
said,
chilling,
very
man.
very unorganized, very like chaotic. Like, we started this 2 hours ago. Like we're just kind of waiting for people to wake up, but that's fine. I am excited for like specifically for the Lek Trenchers show. Like I need that in my
Ooh.
life.
So that's an idea that we have. So this cheese podcast will mostly be hosted on the official cheese page. So by the way, hit that follow button if you can, or if you want to.
Yes,
But there might be also other people who get access to the podcast features, and who might do some own personal shows. And I'm one of the few trenchers at Cheese, and yeah, I'm more than happy to actually do some trenching live stream at some points. We'll have to figure that out how we do it, how I make it work properly. But yeah, that can be something. And Diz was talking about some trenching competition as well, so we could bring here some like. I mean, probably I don't know if we should disclose all these ideas, but I guess we can. Yeah, so just hosting some trenchers and like trenchers versus trader or whatsoever, and we have a session where whoever makes the most profit wins. Like we'll see, but we have a ton of
Ooh,
ideas
yeah.
regarding this, and it's gonna be amazing, man. Like regardless of market conditions whatsoever, like it's just gonna be fucking cheesy, and man, I'm so happy to be here for real, for real.
Yeah,
Sounds cool.
ultimately, like you said, you know, most of the shows I assume will have on the main X page, but for any like trusted member of the community, like not even just team members, any trusted member of the community, like we'll give them the platform if they have something interesting they feel like sharing with the world. You know, cheese is your platform ultimately. At the end of the day, that's the whole point of it.
Yeah, precisely.
Cheese is reviving the dead internets. They actually are. I mean, that's
Straight
the
up,
mission.
man.
We started a little bit. Oh, who joined? Someone joined. Oh,
Okay.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
What's up?
Mate,
Next.
keep it
Okay.
going. Keep it going, man. Keep it going.
Wait, test 1 2.
Hey, how you doing?
Doing good, doing good.
Welcome to the rat hole.
welcome the next.
Hold on.
So Diz is fixing the live stream at the moment. I think for you to show up, I think you're like on the left side, like we don't see you.
Where
Denex from Funky just joined us. Welcome.
Welcome, man.
wait, is this live?
This
Yeah, it's
is
live,
live.
man. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. You're
Live
welcome.
and recorded.
Oh shit. Hold on, let me mute. I'm in a different spaces, but I'll join in 1 sec.
Okay, take your time, man.
This is live.
Man, that was quite an entrance. I'm kind of jealous I didn't have that fanfare when I joined, man.
And you can always rejoin and do the same, of course.
It's like an Usher Roblox remix or something. Is that what I heard?
Bro, I am
sharing the
retarded. I was
spaces.
just responding to myself listening to like the lagged broadcast.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck is going on?
Actually, we do have a pretty big announcement to make today, but I think we'll make it a bit later. I think.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
maybe. Mm,
Does anyone know if Barney is coming up? Because then we could maybe wait till Barney is
Yeah,
here.
he's West Coast, so. And actually, we're just talking about getting a good night's sleep, and that guy's been grinding like crazy hard and not really
it's
sleeping that
actually
much. So
inspiring. It's crazy how hard he grinds.
yeah, like oh man. But what I will say is we've got a trailer that will drop. And we'll use that to segue into announcing something very, very exciting we're working on.
Exciting stuff.
it's-
Let's go.
And it's something that it is something that is completely different. You will have no idea. You will. I bet one soul, no one would ever guess what we're doing. And it's not a merch store. It's not none of this boring bullshit no one wants. It's something really unique, and we're really, really proud of what we're working on. So
So
Super
there is one
excited, man.
soul to win if you guess it properly. So
if honestly, if you
take your
get
chance in the comments.
if you guess it, I mean, shit. Guess I'm paying one soul, right? But
Okay. Let me pull up my alt account right now.
oh shit, oh shit.
I mean, I don't even know what the announcement is about, but I think I know, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. So
Oh, dude, I think I'm gonna try and get Joe Bangles to. He's tweeting about National Cheese Day. Hold on, let me cook.
oh shit, yeah. Go for it, man.
Then we should get him in.
Yeah. Damn, I have that Usher Roblox song in my head now.
Can someone put the link to the broadcast in his replies? He still has me blocked.
Oh, really?
Oh, can you link the thing?
Yeah, hold on.
So I really need to go to the bathroom. So back momentarily, rats.
How did you got blocked, Jeff? Why did he block you?
Well, so he's on the Gouda Alpha list, right? And like obviously, I'm like shilling to everybody on the list. So originally he blocked all of us, like everybody, because we're shilling a meme coin in his replies. But he eventually like understood that we're not trying to scam anybody. Like we literally are just like cheesing. So he started to slowly I think he unblocked the retard first, and then he just started unblocking everybody. I believe he follows the main account too, but he never got around to unblocking me. But that's okay. It's fine.
Yeah, he follows like a bunch of us. I remember him following
Yeah.
me back after he unblocked me, and now, now I see he unfollowed me. God damn it! No, Joe Bangles, please follow me back.
Yeah, I got blocked by a couple people and unfollowed as well. They don't want good alpha. It's on them. But that's the thing. Like if they block you, you probably went a little too hard, right? Nowadays, no one really wants to like be told what to buy, what to, whatever, what to do with their thoughts, with their money. So it's about really sharing the spirit and the energy of the project. The memes, like you should communicate through memes. Is the music still ongoing at the moment? Yes, I think so. Huh?
Is what?
Is the music still ongoing? The background music?
Yeah, you just can't hear it in here, but you can hear it on the broadcast.
Yeah, I'll listen back to the record. So what about that recorder? There is stuff that we cannot really say, right? Since it's
mean,
recorded.
Just use
So
your
for
best
those-
judgment, but
Yeah. So Cheese is a 4chan based coin. It was launched and initially really heavily promoted on 4chan. So a lot of the community, I mean, some part of the community are 4chan people, 4chan users. And so, yeah, you'll find topics that are mostly only discussed on 4chan. So, yeah, it's not a warning. It's just like, yeah, so that you're aware. But I can't wait for us to talk crazy shit live and recorded on podcast. If that ever happens.
All right, we're here. How's it going, guys? How's it going, bros?
We
Pretty
just
good, man. Pretty
cheesed,
good.
man.
we're cheesing hard, National
Yeah, I,
Cheese
I
Day.
see. I love this little setup. I just lost the page. Where was that? Here we go. The
Bro, it's
rat
so
hole.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is some good tech. I like this tech.
Our good
Cheese-
friend Diz,
cheese
he
tech.
put in a lot of work to it. It's definitely like it's so dope. I love it.
This is cute. I like this. When did you guys start?
A couple hours
8
ago
a.m.
already. I think
Oh,
two hours live, but
2 hours ago. Damn.
been here longer.
nice. Yeah, I woke up at like 9 Eastern.
Oh yeah, it's just like an hour after we started. I think we started at 8 Eastern, right?
Yep.
If I remember correctly.
So do we have Oh wait, never mind. I just read. I get an overlay in 10 minutes. Oh, this is gonna be dope. I'm excited.
Let's go.
Big shout out to Cheese. Again, I love you guys. You guys are amazing.
Thanks,
Hell
man.
yeah,
Memes
bro.
are-
We appreciate you.
memes are
I
perfect.
love the chunky cheese crossover.
Yeah, chunky cheese. I feel like it goes good together. Both things that love food. But
Yep, definitely. Yeah.
I guess let me share my cheese journey. I don't know who found me from your people that like, I guess I know you have like the cheese chat that like you guys like raid people, but I'm guessing someone put me on there and you guys kept raiding my shit for like, I felt like it was like a week or so, and like anytime I would make a post, like you guys would just like flood in there, and like usually I normally don't get like shills like that, like under mine, or like sometimes like, you know, like I'll see posts, then you just see like all these, you know, other meme coins like shilling under and stuff, and I kind of just like ignore it because I'm just like, I don't know if it's like bots or anything like that. But then the amount of memes that like you guys had put in, and then like taking like the picture and then like adding cheese memes to it, that shit just cracked me up. And I was kind of sidelined, like I didn't buy for a while. I was just like, oh, you know, like this is some good engagement and stuff. And then after I was like, you know what, like these motherfuckers are working hard, like I'll buy me a little cheese bag. And literally I think like if you look on the chart, it was like right after that like last run up, and I was like, hell yeah, I was like, I actually got in early on something for once, like this is dope. but but yeah, and then, you know, you guys just put out like really good content and raid really well, and I put mad respect on that, because it's hard to get people like all together to kind of like raid on posts, or like kind of like keep that momentum and do stuff, and also be like organic compared to like some, like, you know, like I don't like to be like one to like talk on like other coins, but like I think like Popcat is like an example. It's like a coin I never see on my timeline, but if you look, like there's a lot of people that post about it, but it just doesn't look like organic or like genuine, which makes me like assume that it's like probably like botted, or, you know, like they pay those like, you know, like $100,
100%.
and you get
Yes.
those like just like spam accounts that like, you know, it's like overseas people that are just like doing it because like they're trying to boost engagement, not because like they care about the coin, the culture, and like want to see, you know, like regardless of the price, they just want to see like it on the timeline and like have a good time and laugh. And I think that's like the difference between like coins like this, or like, yeah, like there's, you know, coins that have like a bigger market cap, but, you know, at the end of the day, it's like I think like ethics and like quality, I think to me is like more important. Like obviously you want to see a high market cap, you know, everybody wants to make money, but core communities, like they start off like this and they build like this, compared to something that like people just kind of like overlook, and they're like, okay, you know, like I'll rotate out of this like at any time, where this is like something that's like, I'm gonna hold on to this, I'm gonna chill and like talk about cheese regardless of the price.
Yeah, I mean, you
And that's
gotta
why,
respect the
we love
project.
cheese.
They all do that at higher market caps, but I guess that's something you have to do as a project at some point, right? But the problem is that it tends to turn the initial holders, etc., a bit too much. Like it turns them lazy, right? And I was saying earlier before you joined, I firmly believe that the world is about to, like, people are fed up with the dead internet, with dead crypto. You know, like I think there was some statistics about the internet traffic that was, I don't know how many percentage bots, and it's the same shit on Twitter, like, and on in crypto in general. I do believe that people are will go back to uh, humanity, to real stuff that you can only farm and milk people for so long before they fully burn out and crash out and look for something else. And that's why you should pay attention to those organic projects out there, building, doing, interacting. Yeah, but I mean, what I mean is that I still respect, although they use those social media managers, I still respect them and I understand it. But thanks for the shout out, man. Shout out to Chunky Cheese. Man, you were speaking about
Cheese.
the food coins. I was actually a heavy Omnom holder, sub 300k. It's pretty crazy, and it went up a fucking lot. And overall, I always kind of liked food coins. I think they have great potential, great potential. And Chunky is the fattest cat out there.
Extra fat cat.
Yeah, maybe I'll buy some one of these days.
Hell yeah. Yeah, and I think that's like the one thing that like for me, like at least, and like I try not to like I because I go to like IRL events a lot, and I think like one thing that like I try to show Chonky is like on my person and not really like show the coin itself. And like I want people to like if they want to like buy into Chonky, like you either have two options. Like you can buy physical products of Chonky, and like you owning that like makes me happy. Like, you know, like if you've got like a plushie at home and like you really value it, like okay, like you don't have to hold the coin. Have a plushie and like enjoy it, and like that makes me happy. But then it's like obviously if you buy the coin, like that's great, but I want you to buy the coin because like you trust me, you like me, and like we have met or maybe interacted on the timeline, and like that's why you want to buy Chonky, not because it's like, oh, you want to make like a flip, or you know, like, oh, you want to just like farm or anything like that. And I think especially like in the early days, I think that's like for me was like the core of like getting Chonky to like other people was kind of just like selling myself more than like trying to like shill the coin, and people wanting to buy in because they believe in me more than like they believe just like in just like buying a token. And I think that's like one thing that a lot of coins don't really have is like, you know, like maybe there's like a KOL that's going to like push it for the week or two, but most coins I feel like don't really have a founder or someone that they like they can directly be like, okay, like this is their coin, and like, you know, like they're doxed, we know who they are, compared to, you know, like nobody knows a lot of the coins that come out. Like nobody like, you know, stands on business is like, this is my coin, like I'm gonna push it,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do what I can.
Yeah, ultimately, in my opinion, I think that's the advantage that projects like Cheese and Chonky have, especially on Solana specifically, where 99% of everything around it is just like a quick flip,
Real.
huge green candle leading into huge red candle. Whereas, you know, we're we are unironically just Cheese to be here. I don't really check the chart like that often. Like I do, you know, obviously on like the super green days, like I'm hype, whatever. But regardless of what happens in regards to price, like I'm still like I'm doing the same exact thing every day, which is just like trying to cheese pill people, and you know, have fun with the bros. Ultimately, that's like, you know, what's kept me around for 6 months and what will keep me around for, you know, a lifetime. Honestly.
That's the key component that you just mentioned. Like with the bros, you need people. You need people. You need to join some collectives. I mean, some lonely wolves out there are very successful, etc. But for most people, they kind of won't really make it in crypto just by themselves. And yeah, you wanna have a collective, right? Collective. So you can catch those cabal coins that go up 10,000x and be super early, but that's just straight up gambling. Or maybe you get some insider information, but not that many people get insider information. There is no real points if you're gonna pump in them something to 50, 100 mil. Like there's like, unless that person really brings value to your coin at some point and makes it liquidity, like you're not gonna share him. Like so.
Let me share some alpha here real quick. I'll share it in the chat too. I just got a text message from Papa John himself. It's National Cheese Day, and you can get free 10-inch cheddar cheese sticks when you spend $25 or more. Just use code CheeseDay25.
Wow.
Let's
Just
go.
this space is sponsored by Papa John's. Use code CheeseDay CheeseDay25 and get you some free breadsticks.
Yeah,
Well,
that
Cheesy,
was
honestly,
cheesy
I
steak.
think Papa John's is sponsored by Cheese.
Yeah,
We're
Papa.
keeping them around.
We're keeping them around. But yeah, I think I'm low key gonna use this code here in a little bit.
I mean, you got to.
Sorry about that, guys. I'm back.
I'm about to get Paul in here.
Oh, nice, nice, nice.
Shit.
Does Paul have an avatar? Do we know?
Yeah, he should.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop off for tonight, but I will listen to the records, and I cannot wait for the next ones, the next episodes. See you soon, guys.
Oh, totally, man. Have a great night. Take care.
Thank you.
See
Good
you
night.
later, bro.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Happy
Good night.
National Cheese
Good
Day.
night. Yeah, happy National Cheese Day, bro. Good night.
So if I press hang up now, it doesn't shut down the entire thing, right?
No, no.
All right.
No, no.
Okay, see you.
Bye.
Oh damn, you got the claps.
You know, I forgot about all the sound effects I added on Discord.
Yeah, I love Discord sound effects. I didn't.
Thank you,
I feel bad because I joined in and I know I have some like super autistic
It was
noises that come.
It was.
No,
it was
that's what
like-
cheese stands for, bro. Max autism.
Yeah, man. It's
Yeah.
about being yourself, having fun, man.
I will drop it again just because I love this.
Do it. Oh, that's so good.
And then I got this one I like a lot.
Love that.
What is that?
Yeah, you always get them at like those like weird stands at the I don't know the ooh stick. I don't know. But that one.
Oh,
that
yeah,
one's
yeah,
good.
yeah.
We've got-
Classic.
Oh, and then I've got this wombo combo right here.
Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
Do not come.
Ooh, that's dank.
Oh man.
He said I'm out.
Oh man. The cheese grind never stops, you know. Here I am with my cheese bros on National Cheese Day, having a cheesy time, enjoying myself, and I'm still grinding in the background.
Always.
I'm still grating that cheddar. I'm still stacking those slices, man.
Yeah,
Let me
so
ask-
no, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna ask, what's everybody's favorite cheese?
A Gouda cheese, man. You gotta combine young Gouda cheese with mustard, sharp French mustard. It's the best combination ever.
I don't know, man.
Combination ever.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the one I eat the most is probably white American, because it's just the most versatile. You are what you eat. Ha 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 ha. I definitely eat that one the most, but I do like Munster as well.
Like the energy drink?
No, Munster.
I don't know.
Although I did used to crush some monsters back in my back in the Modern Warfare 2 era.
GM boyos.
Paul, what's
Good-
good? Happy
good-
National Cheese Day to you.
Good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
I need to tame myself a little bit while my profile picture is all over the place.
This one is live and recorded. All the podcasts are, but the X space is not recorded.
Okay. That's good to know. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you
Fair
for telling
warning.
me in advance. In that case, my favorite cheese is aged Parmesan cheese.
Hell yeah.
Smoked Gouda. Any smoked cheese is amazing.
Smoked?
I'm just getting into like the smoking myself. I feel like smoking is sort of an acquired flavor. At least like a liking of smoked flavors.
I mean, Do you like smoked whiskey?
I don't like whiskey, no. I actually don't like alcohol very much. And I'm liking it less as I,
It's
as I
for the
get older.
best. Yeah.
Yeah.
I drank the night before last. I regaled that story in the Telegram. And I really regretted it the next day. I felt really depressed yesterday. And I think the alcohol consumption played a role in that.
Definitely.
But yeah, I usually don't. Usually I'm going off pure vibes and caffeine. I'm even off the marijuana now. So what's everyone
Are you
up
on the
to
cheese
today?
end?
Yeah, I'm on the cheese for sure.
Yeah.
We're chilling,
Since
bro.
getting
We're
into
gonna drop
cheese?
the alpha soon.
Ooh. I'm excited.
Yeah, I want to see the trailer that Mr. One has cooked up here. I'm excited.
I do have
Yeah,
to
is
say, this thing is really awesome, guys. This is
Yeah.
really great.
told the
Major shout
audience-
out to Diz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sick. It's sick.
Diz is always cooking up some good stuff behind the scenes.
The man's a chef. What can you say?
I know
And
that's right.
I said it earlier, but like, this isn't just for us to have a show on the main account. Like, if you wanted to like host your own show with the Rat Hole platform, like on your account, like with whatever specific topic you felt like talking about, whatever, like that's kind of the whole point of it.
Did any of you guys see the Chainlink Tonight guy that was putting out those videos? Were any of you guys around for that?
No, I wasn't.
Chainlink tonight.
Yeah, so I never knew who he was, but it was just some real good autist. Probably starting 2019, I would say. There might be like some archived videos on YouTube. I think I have some downloaded I could pull up, but man, it was a really cool idea. So he had like the little Apu or Pepe cartoon, I don't remember exactly, but it was like an animated talk show. It started off as sort of like a news show where he would kind of like compile any events or like summary of events that have happened with Chainlink in the last whatever week or however often he did the episodes. But then he would also like get community members, including the highly admirable Chainlink God, of whom everyone's a big fan. But he would get people like that on it and like have interviews and stuff. And I always thought it was like really high quality. But that's what this is giving me vibes of that, which is really cool. It was before.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say it was before Chainlink went completely fake and gay.
Yeah, very regrettable.
I mean, fake and I need to think
not
of
fun.
another. Yes.
Not fun.
Yes.
Uncheese-like.
Cheeseless.
Cheeseless, yeah. Soulless. I mean, this first episode, or the podcast, I suppose, it's a freestyle. I mean, we thought we'd leave it a bit unstructured just to make sure it's working and speak to the world about anything and everything. But yeah, going forward, it'll be a lot more structured. It's exciting,
Yeah, it's kind of like a cool, get to know some of the cheese bros, get it out there. It's getting some exposure too. Look at this, 557 views so far.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, it'd be really cool if like people just kind of stop through and talk of this. Man, this is very, very cool. My mind's kind of racing, and I haven't even had any caffeine yet.
This man is already tweaking.
Not yet, but about to be. Let's get a little coffee going. Yeah, I wish we had like an in real life event. I would go get a whole bunch of cheeses we could snack on.
Well, that's
Oh,
the long term goal. Like that will happen at some point. It's not if, it's when. It just it will happen.
100%, man.
yeah,
Needs to happen.
the cheese yacht party is gonna happen.
Cheese yacht party in Green Bay, Wisconsin
It's happening, man. It's fucking happening.
tonight.
There'll be cheese sluts. I mean, there'll be people wearing cheese outfits. It'd be great.
I
Be
know
a-
that's right.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
be
yeah.
shaking my chassis to Fatty Wap. You guys can look forward to that.
Chetty
Yeah, man,
Wap.
Chetty Wap.
Fatty Wap, bro.
Be good. Like, everyone will have the NF cheese on their clothing.
Yeah.
There'll be an NMC, regaling our achievements, and just be a cheesy time,
Has Heil Cheddar talked to any of you guys about the thing that he's cooking up right now, or he's been working on? I don't want to give the details
Oh.
about it if he
I
hasn't.
don't think so.
I have no idea.
No, I don't think he did.
He's cooking up something real cool right now, and I'm about to.
Damn.
I'm about to
Cheeseburgers
start
always cooking.
collaborating with him on it. I really don't want to put the details out because actually after yesterday, man, I can't really. This is gonna just be annoying. I'm gonna put very little details out, but I had this work call, and it was with some very well-connected people, and they were like working on the exact same thing that Heil Cheddar is working on, and so now I'm really trying to. My goal is going to be to try to like bring the two together for like a collaborative effort, and it definitely could be something very cheesy.
I was actually wondering because you do like a lot of like Web3 and fucking blockchain stuff, right? Like for Sui and things.
Well, the sweet stuff I do is more really like hobby tier stuff for me right now. I really got interested in it last year. The reason being really by accident, I'm usually pretty reticent to start messing around with any kind of new chains or anything. And it's usually a mistake that I do that. One example being, I was using Hardhat for a long time for smart contract development. It's mostly like a JavaScript, TypeScript based framework for all sorts of Web3 development. And I didn't want to start using this tool called Foundry, which is like really Solidity focused. And I put it off for like a long time. I was like, man, I don't want to learn this new framework. I don't want to mess with this new framework. And then like the first day I started using it, I was like, dang it, why the heck didn't I start using this before? This makes everything so much easier. So many such cases with that. With Sui, it was kind of like, I don't even remember what the actual impetus for messing around with it was, but I was building like some sort of little thing with Axelar, like an interoperability project. I don't even remember what it was for. It was like a little POC it might have actually been for helping Heil Cheddar with something. But yeah, I was like, I'm gonna choose two really obscure chains that I just never work with for this project. Just so I'm like working on like some edge cases and things like that. So I chose to build an interoperability project between a Cosmos chain, it was like Osmosis Testnet, and Sui. And I got in the weeds of it, and I was building the Sui side of things. It was going to be something just like, submit a vote for something on Cosmos. It affects some change on like some sort of proposal on Sui, and then return like does some change on the Cosmos chain. I built out the different sides of like the logic that I wanted to happen on each chain. And then I realized that Axelar hadn't even integrated Sui yet. So it was a big waste of time, but I got to like get my hands dirty with Sui. And immediately I was like, oh my God, this thing is really, So I've been interested in this thing called ERC 6551 for quite some time now. The concept of it is like, really simply put, without getting into the technical details, Let's say, you know, I have my NFTs and I want my NFTs to be like the best NFTs. So I'm gonna have my NFTs hold like 1 million cheese on his own, and he also has like 3 other NFTs. So like my NFT's balling out of control. Like he's got more cheese than you. That's kind of the concept. Like, you know, your NFT can act as a sort of entity on chain. It has its own account, which is called a token bound account. And then it's like, you know, say I don't like my NFTs anymore, or my NFTs becomes famous or something, then I can sell it to someone else if they want to like keep the character going. So it's sort of like this extension of you. And it's really good. The other thing ERC 6551 is very good at is building like certain data, like hierarchical data structures on chain, like basically trees and different kinds of graphs on chain. You know, and implementing that on Ethereum, it was pretty tricky to do. This ERC 6551 involved a fair amount of like cryptography and determining the token bound account addresses and blah, blah, blah. But essentially, all of this functionality comes built in with Sui because they have this idea of objects, which is not a concept that exists in like EVM land. It also doesn't exist in like Solana land, although I'm not super familiar with like Rust smart contracts and stuff. So take that with a grain of salt. But yeah, like these objects, it's like this whole new layer. From my perspective, that's the thing that really interested me. It's like this whole new layer of built-in functionality where it becomes really easy to build stuff like that by default with Move, which is the language of Sui smart contracts. But anyway,
And this
yeah.
is all on ETH, right?
What was that?
This is all on ETH, right?
Well, that was on Sui, so that's like kind of like the stuff that I got interested in. I did build out this NFT project on Sui. It was called Killa Bunnies or something. It was just someone that I met in the Sui Discord, and they were looking for like a developer to build something, and I kind of had already mostly built out like something they were looking for. And sort of like the secret sauce was when you buy an NFT, this thing like acted like a lottery. So it could come like preloaded with some Sui in it. So like you go to the NFT page, you want to mint one, you randomly get an NFT. In addition to that, there's some probability that that NFT is going to come preloaded like with some Sui in the NFT's bag, you know? Which you can control transitively. So if you want to send that Sui somewhere else, you can, or you can send the whole NFT with the Sui in its bag, like to someone else. I just thought that was a cool thing. But most of my other, like, really all of my other, like, quote unquote professional work in the Web3 space is like EVM based stuff. So, yeah, but what Heil Cheddar is working on, his perspective is like he wants to do it from a Solana direction, and I'm gonna be, I think he might be upset if I like sent Eddie details about it, so I'm gonna be careful not to. He wants to do it in the Solana ecosystem because he really feels that's where all the real action is and the liquidity and user activity. Whereas the people with whom I work, they're like wanting to spin up their own EVM chain, which is kind of what they do. The company I work for, we spin up chains, whether they're permission chains, somewhat permissioned, or public chains for certain applications. I think both routes have their merits. So yeah, I'm really hoping that I can kind of bring the two groups together to collaborate on it, because it is one of those like, it's one of those ideas that like it actually makes sense to use Web3 for it. You know, it's not shoving some token that no one cares about into something, and then just, you know, having some smoke and mirrors application to pump the token and rug pull everyone. Of which there are many such cases.
And then there's like the account stuff, right? Because I don't really. What was it called? ERC 55 something, right?
6551, yeah.
65. Okay. And that's then. So, because you were talking about where you, for instance, you have this account which is bound to your NFT, right? And then you could sell
Right.
NFT, right? But if you were to sell the NFT, do you also sell the account? Like, is it the same?
So
same
the
blockchain?
account is actually tied to the NFT. It's cryptographically tied to the NFT. So it's almost like it's called a token bound account. That was the term that was coined for it. I'll share the Ethereum improvement proposal for it in the which is still under review, but here we go. I'm gonna put it in the Twitter chat or X chat here. But yeah, so the idea, it's almost like you have this account which doesn't require a private key. It's almost like the control of that account is transitively obtained via ownership. So for example, like, you know, let's say the public key of the NFT is like ABC, for example. And my EOA, my externally owned account, or my regular key pair, you know, my public key is 123. So right now my 123 account owns the NFT, which has a token bound account of ABC. Therefore, transitively, my 123 account like has control over that ABC account. However, if I were to transfer ownership to, you know, person that has account, you know, DEF, now DEF controls the ABC account. Does that make sense?
I guess kind of. I mean, listen, I'm not a technical guy, like blockchain wise, in any shape or form, right? So my head is kind of spinning, but I kind of get what you're hinting at, yeah.
Yeah, without like using numbers and it's quite simply, you know, okay, I own an NFT, and that NFT has an account. So I can control that NFT's account because I own it. I hold it in my account. But the second I transfer it to someone else, I'm no longer the owner of it. So I no longer have any ability to do anything, you know, with what that NFT holds, because it's all based on like transitive ownership.
It's kind of like having the keys of the wallet tied to an NFT, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really quite the implementation was done such that, yeah, it's like the NFT itself is its own account, you know.
Yep.
But and it's pretty dynamic, so you can kind of change the parameters by which it works a little bit also. So.
Because that's kind of more reflective of what a wallet actually is. I mean, like physically, you have a leather wallet with cards in it. But kind of having the current iteration, having a seed phrase, it's clunky, dude. It's kind of not very elegant, in my opinion. So yeah, having keys as an NFT, that's super dope. I like that.
Yeah, and trust me, like I thought of the first thing I built with this was a sort of file explorer mechanism, because this was at the time where like everyone was using IPFS for you know, large asset storage, and then they would just throw the IPFS CID, or basically like the file identifier, on the blockchain, and then that's an NFT or whatever, or it's a tokenized file. But one sort of issue with IPFS is there's not really a great like relational structure in it, and by that I simply mean like you don't really, unless you're using some service like Pinata or something, which is like an IPFS API service, or you're just keeping track of it, you're like keeping track of all of your CIDs or file identifiers, content identifiers, like on your own. There's not really a great like organizational structure. You know, you have to keep track of like, okay, this CID corresponds to this file, this video file, or this PDF, whatever. So I built out this thing. It was for this lawyer company. It actually never went into production, but basically we were using a blockchain, a private blockchain, for all of like the relational structure. So we were building like a file structure with ERC6551. We had this concept of tokenized folders. And these folders were these 6551 things, and they held other files or other folders in their token bound account. So it was like a way to move a whole bunch of files as a directory, but you'd keep all like the CIDs and the metadata for the anyway, it basically was just like I don't want to use a whole bunch of fucking technical mumbo jumbo.
No, it's funny. I've actually run a website using IPFS and Pinata before, and I'm kind of a layman when it comes to web hosting. And man, even with Pinata, it just wasn't that good.
What were the problems you were experiencing?
Everything, well, it's pretty much what you just described, right? Like what points to what. I couldn't make heads or tails of it. And it got to the point where I was like, fuck, what's the point of having this shit on the blockchain where I can just, you know, go to GoDaddy or Wix or whatever, or Square, and just host it like a normal person.
Yeah. I should show you this thing sometime. Maybe it'll be helpful for you. So yeah, the idea is basically, you know, you access your EOA, you know, your public key from wherever in the world. And once you do that, you can access you reference a smart contract, and that smart contract like has your whole file system in it, you know? So it's like, it was kind of like a decentralized cloud sort of thing. And our big marketing angle was like, this was when a lot of AI stuff was just starting to come out. And we're like, you know, this is a secure way to actually hold your files with like confidently knowing it's not being fed into a whole bunch of AI systems, and they're learning, you know, all of your proprietary stuff, and but yada yada yada. It never went into production. The attorney company, I don't know, like they dissolved or something. It was pretty poorly run.
What a shame.
Yeah, it's a shame, but hey, I got paid to build it, and now I have it, and it's something that I use for myself, so
Oh damn.
It's nice.
cool. It's kind of one of those things, and honestly, I think I'm out of the NDA on it right now anyway, so
Oh, you don't even know for sure.
nah. I ain't scared. I ain't
Gets
scared.
dragged out of his house to the court. Gets streamed.
You guys hear a knock on the door right now.
Open up.
Police.
That's great, man.
Cool. Yeah, I need to figure out how can I whatever. I'll do it on the next one. I just don't like that I have my corny profile picture talking with.
When Diz comes back, he actually has a custom made like rat for you, I believe.
Yeah, he used my shitcoin Dr. Phil.
Yeah. Jamie, please swap out PFPs.
Pull that shit up, Jamie. So
Yo, Jamie, pull that up.
Is Diz cheese Jamie?
Diz is cheese Jamie, yeah.
Pretty much.
Nice. Hey, cheese Jamie. We need some the boyos need some more cheese plates. Chop chop.
Now we're just talking to him like a wagey.
I feel like Jamie kind
please
of is
bring
the
the
Joe Rogan.
psychedelic cheddar.
Ooh. There's got to be some kind of like psychedelic cheese that has some sort of like psychedelic fungus on it.
Let's see. Hold on.
I was just gonna Google it too. Ooh, there is something called psychedelic fresh dill cheese made with. No, that sounds.
Yeah, that's fake. Just bullshit marketing.
Fudgy, dense, and a little creamy under the wrinkly rind, these whimsical shroom cheeses carry varying level of intrigue. Wow. Ooh, this is a new kind of cheese. Get your psychedelic fix with Magic Shroom Cheese from 2017. We all know eating cheese is associated with a certain high. That's why we can't get enough of it. New Zealand-based monger Callum Hodgson, however, is taking this idea one step further with his Magic Shroom Cheese. Hodgson, also known as Curd Nerd, was scoping out the cheese scene at the Marché International de Rongi when he stumbled upon a rare seasonal cheese shaped in the form of a mushroom. Entranced with the idea, he pitched it to the team behind Keikora Cheese. Let's make a psychedelic magic mushroom cheese customers can trip out on, and we can subvert menus across the country with it. Wow, he's a cheese subversionist. I'll have to follow up with that. I mean, that sounds kind of interesting. It does seem like magic mushrooms are kind of like the next drug to get undemonized in the United States.
Yeah, I think so.
There's definitely people definitely view them a lot more favorably now than in the past. It seems.
I mean, I don't go crazy anymore. Like when I was like early to mid 20s, I was doing everything under the sun. But now, like once every like year and a half, I'd take a mushroom trip. It's therapeutic.
Yeah.
I live in Florida, and when I was in my younger days, you could literally just go to any cow field and pick them for free. Just pretty cool perk of living in Florida.
I always heard about people.
Shout out to the cows. They put us on.
That's very Indian of you.
Yeah, but also, if you're in Florida and you do plan on doing that, remember that you are risking your life because Florida's a pew state, and if you're on someone's property, they do legally have the right to pop a cap in you.
Oh yeah,
But make sure you're running because I think it's illegal to shoot you from behind. So just don't turn around and keep running.
Well,
not that it matters because you could just.
They could always just shoot you a few times in the front and be like, well, they spun around when they were going down, and I guess.
Yeah. They gave a spin around, flicked me off, and then started running again. So I had to get my shots in.
They started running toward me with their back. It was crazy.
So you never know what kind of gun they're pulling out, because I remember seeing videos, and I don't know if this is Florida or somewhere else. There's like somewhere in the US it's legal to hunt hawks or something, or wild hawks, because they're like fucking up the forest and shit.
Everywhere.
And so I see videos of like insanely obese Americans, like actually fat fucks, just sitting in some sort of car with a literal fucking minigun strapped to them, and they're literally fucking shooting entire like groups of hawks, just mowing them down. And they got fucking tracer routes and shit, like it's a military operation.
It's funny that you call them insanely obese Americans because, from my perspective, those are just regular Americans.
Yeah, those are just people, bro.
I'm
Being
European, so I'm not used to seeing people that fat, unfortunately.
insanely obese in America is like, I believe the threshold is 600 pounds, such that you can be a participant on the hit TV show My 600 Pound Life. Basically, you have to eat yourself into immobility to be considered extremely obese in America.
That's quite the achievement.
Don't worry, bro. He's just bulking.
I'm about to start cutting. I do often wonder that, like, how I just would never. I don't think it would be possible for me to get that large because the second like I start getting a little flabby, I just start feeling disgusting, and unwell. So I always wonder like how do you get to the point where you're not feeling well and you just be like, you know what, I'm pushing through it. I'm pushing through. I got to 300 and I'm only halfway there.
I mean, it's kind of encouraged, I think. Not like overtly encouraged, like, hey, please be 600 pounds, but it's just more so like everything that we consume is, or everything that's like advertised for us to consume is like just hyper cartoonish, like Scooby Doo type, like eating behaviors. Just, it's.
Oh
like,
yeah.
I've never
For
seen a
the-
commercial for an apple.
For the Europeans that are scared to use their own measurement system, 600 pounds is 272.15 kilograms. Just to put things in perspective.
That's insane.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. So yeah, there's some big Americans. And you're right. I've never seen a commercial for Apple, but I have seen commercial for cheese slathered cheese sticks quite regularly.
The double down.
Yeah, it's like they have melted cheese with some sort of cheesy cheese sauce. I feel like that's kind of a bastardization of what cheese ought to be.
Oh, 100%. Dude, at Subway, as a dessert, they sell a foot-long cookie now. It looks so fucking ridiculous. Yes.
Fuck it.
It's a foot-long cookie.
I mean, I'd kind of eat that, not gonna lie.
I mean, of course, but like, it literally just looks like it shouldn't exist.
1 foot is approximately 0.3 meters for the European. It's a big
when are
cookie.
Americans finally switching metric systems?
I used to think when I was in college and stuff, like, there is this sort of weird, which I doubt like any Europeans have to do, but like in any sort of physics class you take, because apparently there was some major like, I can't think of the word right now. I don't have enough caffeine, related to space travel, aeronautical disaster, because of like unit conversion issues. So like every engineering course, you have to like do a week or two of just like bullshit unit conversions. And logically, the metric system is a better system. Things fit together. Everything's divisible by 10. It makes sense. And it used to annoy me, but as I got kind of older, I was like, you know what? Yeah, no, fuck that. We have the right to use our own system. I refuse to start thinking in terms of meters and centimeters.
What the fuck is a kilometer?
Yeah. I'm going X kilometers per hour, man. Nah, I travel in miles. I go the distance. Do you know how many feet are in a mile?
No.
I do.
5,280. pretty arbitrary, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think it's a pretty dumb way to because it's not logical. Whereas like how many meters in a kilometer is like 1,000.
Right. And that's what I
So
mean.
it's-
Like, yes, it makes way more sense, but I just kind of think there's something funny about having a system of measurement that makes no sense. You
I
literally
actually
just
was unironically reading about this yesterday, not like on purpose. It's like it's a ratio, and this could be bullshit. But it's a ratio like the inch and the foot are ratios of some like ancient like sacred geometry principles, like in the same way that like pi is 3.14, blah blah blah, whatever, what have you. It's just like a random string of numbers that's just
feet.
yeah, feet, inches, feet.
No, I
when you
said
try to
feet, like phi, the golden ratio, 1.619 or whatever it is.
Yeah, yeah. It's a ratio of like that kind of stuff that goes back to like ancient times and ancient forms of measurement. So that's why it seems arbitrary and stupid to us, but it comes from it's not just made up out of nothing.
I always assumed that a foot was just like there was some guy that had a pretty long foot,
Yep,
and he was
yeah.
just like that's how he was measuring things, you know? And I honestly,
yeah.
like, not exaggerate, it wouldn't surprise me if that actually like was at least the origin of the name of it. I'm gonna measure my foot to see how many feet my foot is. But I know my foot is not a foot because I have some. My foot is 9 inches. Oh, interesting. So I guess US shoe size measurements are the number of inches because I wear like 9.5. Wow.
Wait, your foot was like 9 inches, bro. That's pretty big. Cause I think that I find 3 inches already like very large.
For a foot?
No, just in general.
Bro, I could take like 9 inches, I reckon.
Are we talking about a different appendage?
Oh, feet?
Yeah.
Like shoe sizes?
Yeah, shoe sizes. I didn't know
Yeah,
that American shoe sizes are the inches of that. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. I was talking about feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have small feet for myself. What size shoe do you guys wear?
The size.
It depends honestly on the brand, but generally a
Yeah.
9.
Yeah.
What's your guys' shoe brand right now?
Got some Reeboks right now.
Reeboks, man. Reeboks.
The
Nikes,
gum bottoms,
man.
the white with the gum bottoms, just kind of can wear with any fit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fresh.
I've been on the shout out to Switzerland. I've been on the On shoes.
Yeah, they're comfy, man.
They're comfy, and they're also, the waterproofing is amazing on them. Because I've been going on like hikes and stuff, and also I like skiing, so I walk around in the snow. Man, I can hold a hose on these. No water will them.
Damn.
It's good stuff. So that sold me on the On shoe. But now everyone has them, and I'm kind of like a pathological contrarian, so
Right,
No.
of course.
I
You
want to
cannot
find.
conform.
Yeah, which like I kind of got on them before everyone started getting them, and now I see everyone wears them. Dang, got no shoes. I need to go get like some cheese Crocs.
Dude, for real. Some yellow Jordans.
That's I don't know that I'm the right hue to pull that off, but maybe if I spend some time in the sun, I'll
Definitely.
get the right contrast for that. But who's
Yeah,
the
bumblebee colors.
who's the beautiful lady we have here on the image on the.
Gonna tell him. You're in for a rude awakening, my man.
It's a man.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I got again.
It's over for
One
you,
day,
man.
bro. One day.
Hey, I'm aspiring. I'm telling you, I'm trying. That's the direction I'm trying to go in. For simplicity's sake. It's hard out here lately.
Do you think I should start recruiting more roasties to cheese?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I think it would be a good idea, but I feel like it's got to be the right kind, you know?
Yeah.
Because they're very fickle creatures. They can either love the mouse or they can get the ick. And
No. They
Right.
love the mouse. They love the mouse. I think it's cute.
Oh,
I can
yeah,
tell
yeah.
from experience.
I still have some of John Cheese's stickers. I think I'm gonna start handing them out. I did give them to some ladies, Las Vegas, and they very much liked they liked that little guy.
So wait, outside of the other events that transpired, like how was the conference itself?
You know, I'm generally not a huge fan of these conferences, just because I don't very much like forced perfunctory conversations, which is what they mostly sort of entail, for me at least. But this one was good. First of all, I went there with I met a bunch of friends there. They run a relatively large Bitcoin, mining company, and they had press passes, which gave us access to this closed off area of the conference. And in there, I got to have some, interactions with some people that I otherwise would not have been able to, including Mayor Adams of New York City, Adam Back, Peter Schiff came through there, and several other people. And they had it very closely, tied off. So there was a bit of an exclusivity going there, like an exclusive feeling, which was cool. And I could tell that people were willing to talk in a way that, and this is recorded, is that correct?
Yes, it is.
All right, well, I'll share some of this in an unrecorded thing sometime. I don't want to put too much out there.
Yeah,
but,
for sure, definitely.
I did get to have some discussions where I felt like people were saying things that they definitely would not say publicly and out loud, especially when it comes to, Michael Saylor's strategy and how it's sort of being replicated by, Metaplanet and other entities around the world.
Positive or negative on the...
Negative.
Oh, really?
Yes, which was actually very surprising. Really surprising. I got to speak with a lot of finance people too, which, they tend to have very different perspectives on things from the average, Crypto Moon Bro. I don't know. I'm honestly really still processing it. I've got a lot of notes from it, and I want to compile it in a succinct way. I haven't really had time to. I've just been kind of busy with work and just my own personal stupidity the last couple days. But yeah, it was really interesting and unexpected, Heil Cheddar has been very much saying he's felt this sort of a timeline shift, this perspective shift in the space. And man, I could definitely feel it there. There was just, I will say, lots of uncertainty and a lot of disingenuity, if that's the right word. A lot of people seem very disingenuous.
Really?
Yes. Man, I want to say some of these names, but I don't want to say it on.
After this is over, because this broadcast can only occupy a 6-hour window, which we're not gonna be live for 6 hours. I would not anticipate that. I'm gonna open a like a unrecorded X space after a little bit after this is over.
Cool. And I'll join that from my stable Sol account, and then I can talk a little bit more.
Based.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, because really, especially with my profile picture out here, I've been getting some, because I'm very much not trying to grow like my personal account, but just from like joining some of those Twitter spaces, I have had some people with like larger followings follow me, and they've been interacting with like some of my, like I'm almost trying to make that account go back to normal.
Right.
But yeah, like, like Gary Cardone, the Wolf of All Street, these guys are following me now, and they've interacted with some of my stuff. And in that
Killed the
press,
cheese.
well, that I really wanted to, and that's one thing I will name, because this is going to be a public thing that comes out. My friend, he got like Grant Cardone on his podcast. So I got to interact with him. He's like the actual famous Cardone brother. The other one, I think, is just kind of like becoming a Bitcoin sort of guy with a big following. But yeah, I'll get into a little bit more detail about this stuff on an unrecorded space. But yeah, the point being, I really am just trying to make my regular account. I kind of want to get it back to like 100 followers and just have people not really look at it. So
Yeah, man is suffering from success, too many followers.
Yeah, for real.
that's not
Must be nice.
success though, like, because for like an engineer that's just supposed to kind of be quiet, like I don't think people like to see that kind of thing. And like all these places you interact with, they're like, what's your Twitter handle now? What's your LinkedIn account? Like they want to look at all your stuff. And
Please dox yourself.
yeah, exactly. Which I get it, but it is what it is.
Yeah, when I was looking for jobs, maybe eight months ago. No, this was like a year ago. Like everything I applied to, it wanted me to submit not only a LinkedIn but also my X profile. It's like, what the fuck? Like, for what?
Right. And that's what, like, I've been using this account. So I have another Anon account, which has a pretty big following on it, which I'm not going to say which it is just because I don't want it,
Right,
I don't
right,
want
right.
it to be known as me. But, yeah, like I've been using this one very much as just like a professional one to like include in those things. And I kind of have more like, reserved professional interactions with people on this account. So I think using it to like join Twitter spaces and start like end blasting and all kinds of stuff may have been a bit of a mistake, but I'm learning.
I mean, that's what everybody's doing nowadays anyways.
I know, and honestly, it makes me, again, being like contrarian, it makes me want to like do the opposite and be like, that's highly offensive that you would say something like that. I just want, my goal is to make them uncomfortable.
Sure, absolutely.
I want them to feel the discomfort that I feel. So we're on a level playing field. How long has this Discord existed? I remember I've been kind of out of the loop since going to like
Not
Las
long.
Vegas.
Well, I think actually Diz made it a really long time ago for a different purpose. That
Yeah, it was made to like play video games and shit with each other, but it goes back like a couple of months, I think. Like February somewhere.
That's actually a great idea. It really is.
Yeah,
I
we were
don't.
waiting for like more people to join. And I guess now we got more people. So
Yeah, I'm not much of a gamer, but I know that that's that's a big social thing. And yeah, I just really love the cheese community. So I
It's
think
fun,
like
man. Like there's always something to do, always someone to talk to. Like, when all else fails, just chill some accounts on X, hang out in the Telegram. Like it's just good vibes all around. Even on red days, green days, doesn't fucking matter.
what's like the most popular game that the kids are into nowadays? The kiddos.
Ooh, that's a good
I
one.
honestly don't know. I don't play too many. I don't play much games. Not as much as I used to, anyways. Um, I think I honestly couldn't tell you. I'm also console cucked. I don't. I'm not PC master race.
It's
Gotcha.
over for you.
Yeah, that's I was big into video games when I was younger, dating myself a little bit, the last PlayStation 2. Um man, but I don't
That's
know
my
what
first
happened
console.
what was that?
That was my first console.
Ah, my first console was really it was an Atari that I had when I was really young, but then I had Super Nintendo, Super NES.
Nice.
Yeah,
Um,
Donkey Kong Country.
didn't have that one. I was a big Mega Man fan.
Well, Mega
I
Man's
like
good.
that.
That's good.
I
Didn't you
like
guys
that a
play
lot.
League?
Yeah, I played a bit. Oh, it's horrendous, dude.
It's
I
Like
used to
it's the
make
League of
best word
Legends,
game. Yeah.
isn't that I only know that from the game that SBF autistically played Dollar Fraud.
SBF played League? No way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
apparently
that was like
he would play League while he was like in meetings and like doing stuff.
Oh, really?
yeah,
This
and
guy the best.
see, it's so funny. Like when I first saw SBF, and it's actually funny. Actually, on this account with my profile picture, I have some like when everyone was like sucking off SBF and calling him like the next JP Morgan. I was commenting all of his like commenting on a bunch of his posts like we do not need this sort of subversion in Web3. Like basically just calling him a fraud. um, because immediately I sized him up. Like I heard him talking, I heard him early, and I was just like, everything this guy's saying is a lie. Because he had this backstory where he was talking about making like tens of millions of dollars off of Bitcoin arbitrage. And like in 2017, and I was like, dude, that's so full of shit. Like I've heard people talk about like saying they're doing that, but that's like the lie lark thing. Like, dude, like, man, in Korea, like Bitcoin, it's always trading like 10% more. All you need to buy it here, sell it there. And it's like, no, there's reasons people don't do that. You know? So like hearing that back my radar, I'll keep this PC. But then yeah, as I looked into him, yeah, and just started like seeing all the things. Then I saw Caroline Ellison. It's like all these. I was like, man, there's something super shady going on here. And honestly, that's why I stayed away from Solana. I could have made tons of money off Solana.
Yeah.
But I was like, man, these guys are financing it. I trust nothing associated with any of this. And you know, it was for the better because I know a lot of people that got on FTX. But I don't remember what my point was, but it was something. Yeah, he used to just be on these meetings, like playing League of Legends, like a real autist. And people were just like, "Oh wow, his mind is just so in hyperdrive. He's just multitasking." It's like, no, he's scamming you.
I just remember Kevin O'Leary like speaking so highly of him in his egotistical Kevin O'Leary way, and it's just like, well, I'm an ICP baggy, right? So back in like 2020, 2021, it's like Oh, SBF is the reason that the chart looks the way it is. So that was like always my natural like, I've always known he's a shithead, even like way back in 2020. So, yeah, for the same reason as you, like I did not touch Solana until 2024 actually.
Yeah, same with me. Late 2024. It was
Yeah.
really recent that I first gave it a chance. And I mean, I still think it's a very much a Jeet chain, a third world Jeet chain. Um, but, that's what most people want nowadays. They
Well,
want
yeah,
to.
now that I've used it, I mean, I don't think it's perfect. I think, it's fast, kind of cheap, doesn't always work, but for our purposes, it's good enough. It's fine. And a lot of people use it, so I don't think it's like the worst thing on planet Earth, but, and I think it'll be here it'll be around for a while, I think, as well.
Thanks for turning me into a mouse, cheese, Jamie. Appreciate you. If you're
Oh, damn,
listening.
yeah, Denix is fixed as
Oh.
well now.
Let's go. I'm fixed.
Nice.
I appreciate you. So do you have a background in like streaming? Like, you do like Twitch and shit like that, or? Oh, nice.
Nice.
Any famous ones that we know? Oh, okay.
Are we gonna go?
Please don't dox yourself. We would hate that if you would dox yourself. Starts glowing in the dark.
That's what I literally joined this thing, and everyone's like, "Oh yes, Paul's gonna join." Paul, I'm like, Saul. Are we gonna go the Andrew Tate route and get a bunch of internet roasties to film themselves for our profit?
I mean,
No, they're out and about.
Really? Aren't they still like under house arrest or something?
I don't think so. No, they
they're stuck in
came to the
Romania.
U.S. recently.
Oh.
No, they just came to the U.S. recently. It was a big thing. They went to Florida, and like Ron DeSantis was talking shit about them. Yeah, I just remember that. I don't like that guy, Ron DeSantis. I liked him at first, and then, then the mask started slipping. Or should I say the yarmulke?
Tiny hats.
I didn't say that. That
I
was
said that.
inappropriate.
I will take full responsibility for that statement. It was me. It was Jeff.
That was inappropriate, Jeff.
I do not apologize.
Okay.
Base department?
Yeah, it's this guy. It's him.
So what I was saying, I think like if there is some kind of like game that all like the kids are playing nowadays, all the youngsters, it might be cool to like set up like a little live stream cheese tournament that you could win some cheese with,
Yeah, I believe Dizzy had some game in mind, right?
Oh yeah, there's a couple like 1v1 games that are like free. That were like FPS games. So I was playing that before, but I couldn't get enough rats to do it. So, it's Cheese Day. If gamers want to join the Discord, and then down the road we have some cheese 1v1s. I'm down for that.
I only 1v1 on Rust.
What about Type Racer?
Type Racer. Oh no.
Yo, I get down on Type
like
Racer.
40 words per minute. I would definitely get smoked.
Yeah, you can definitely tell all the people that aren't manually clicking in the call right now. Yeah, so we all use bots. Okay.
So I do, not to interrupt, but Lek is saying, I don't know if he's listening. I'm listening to everyone via the Discord stream. But Lek is saying he can't hear you, Diz. So I don't know if that's an issue with the Twitter output. Oh, he said perfect working. Devs do something. Okay. Cool.
I'm the dev. I'm doing something.
Come on, Jamie. This is unacceptable.
Together, Debbie. For free? For free? Nope. Okay. Do this shit for free.
Actually, we're going to garnish your cheese, so
Oh my God.
it's the opposite of free.
Yeah.
I'm getting charged to be here. Holy shit.
Yes. You pay. Oh my gosh. Bitcoin Obama is calling me on Telegram.
No way.
Bitcoin Obama. No way.
My president. Hold on, my president.
You're so good, man.
Let me call you back from my phone. Hold on 1 second.
Not my dude, Bitcoin Obama.
How much do you guys think he's gonna ask me for?
50.
least-
It's always
at least-
50.
Always $50
Like
a cheese.
$100.
All right. Can you guys hear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on time.
Man woke up, fed the village. Now he's gotta make sure he can feed the village again by calling you.
Hopefully he picks up. This is the first time he's called me in a while. I guess the other the other shit coins that he was shilling ran out of money, so
His own.
Well, he rugged his own.
Yeah, he rugged his
Village
own
needs
coin.
to be that.
Hey, if he made off on it, good for him.
W. It's like his name on the tin, right?
He's not picking up, so
He's gotta
I'm
feed
sure
the
I'll
village,
call.
bro.
Let me I'll send it. I'll tell him to call me back. The last message I sent him was, "This is amazing, my nigga."
Shit.
Okay, I told him call me back. Oh man, he sent me some other stuff too. I haven't been. Oh, he's got a video of him singing from today.
Oh shit.
Here we go.
Yes.
The cheese.
Dang.
Wait, tell him to tag us on Twitter.
Holy crap, this guy's a whole ass studio. Dude, I'm gonna share this in the main Telegram. You guys gotta see this. I know, I like this guy. I'm gonna tell you, I like Bitcoin Obama.
Real.
He might not be all there, but I like him.
True.
He can be annoying.
Truer.
He can be a little oh, did he leave the group? I can't tag him.
Yes, he did. He impeached himself.
Yeah, he hasn't been in. He hasn't been in the Telegram for a while, I think.
He also unfollowed like all the cheese accounts.
Yeah. I think he had me blocked for a while. I can't remember.
Really?
Yeah, I think he does. Yeah, I think he did.
He just sent me this video this morning, so
He got tired of rugging other coins. Smile.
and I feel like that's potentially what's gonna happen. Like, people are just gonna realize, like, every other group is just trying to fuck them over,
Yeah.
and then cheese is always just gonna be here, cheesing.
Yeah, cheese respects even the stragglers. You don't have to be a real rat, but that's okay.
Even we've got room even for the Nigerian.
Literally, we're onboarding Nigerians every week.
Yup. We had that other one, which was like the bootleg Bitcoin Obama. He joined the space.
Oh yeah, it was
Bitcoin Lizzo.
yeah, Bitcoin Lizzo. That's what it was.
Lizzo.
Yeah.
Never forget Bitcoin Lizzo.
So the roasty from 2 nights ago just messaged me. Oh, Jesus Christ, I just read the message.
Gotta
That's it.
respond.
I woke up wanting to cuddle you today. Is that gay?
Oh,
Sheesh.
Crazy.
Is
I'm
that gay
responding.
follow up is crazy.
I'm responding yes.
WW. Yeah, this is what happens when you are invested in the cheese coin. You know, you have to turn down women. It's just like that.
Yep, that's how it works.
They can smell it on you. They know you got that cheddar.
it means you gotta shower better, man. You know, under the skin.
Real.
If they can smell it.
Check the Telegram right now.
I'm checking it. I'm there. I'm present. I'm tabbing in.
Based.
Isn't that gay as a crazy follow up? Imagine saying that out loud to someone. Or even in a text to somebody. What the fuck?
How old is this person?
22.
Oh.
Oof. Yes. Rough. Respectfully
Oh my
rough.
No, the response from Daily Todd.
Nice.
Jesus Christ.
Alright, wait. So I have to figure out a setup where I can join Discord on my phone because I can't, or on my laptop because I can't change overlays unless I'm in Discord. So
I said I'm on a work call at the moment, can't talk.
but I also don't want to cheat the
Oh, yeah.
space.
Oh,
Think one of
if
Obama's
you
mic-
cheat the space, Jamie, it's over.
Bitcoin Obama's mic is so preposterous.
You saw that thing? The thing
It is
man,
ridiculous.
those are actually really good mics, I think.
Really? I mean, it has to be.
That's what I literally, that's like, you know, you guys know I'm a bit of a rap connoisseur. Like I see like, you know, that's
Yeah.
the kind of mic that I see them using.
I love my dude, Big G, with a rap connoisseur claim.
You know. No. You know. By that I mean I find songs I like and then days on end. And then I toss them to the side like you know.
Yeah, listen to it way too much and then stop.
Then I never want to hear it again.
Yeah.
I really abuse that song Solo Dolo Lonely 2. I listened to it for
Yes, of course, that song that I know.
I listened to it for over a week and it just came on yesterday and I was like, God, I can't hear this song again now. Man, this is really cool. I really like this setup.
Yeah, like I said, it's a little bit. It's hard to be as hands-on today because I gotta go wage in a couple minutes. So
No, this is perfect, man. I think this is gonna be really. Does anyone have something like this?
I really don't
Nope.
think so.
That's what I mean, man. We could like interview people with this.
Yep.
Does anyone know what happened to the real shitcoin Dr. Phil?
He was on I was in a space randomly with him like a day or two ago, and I guess his main account got suspended or something like that. So he was using an alt account. Fuck, I forgot. Hold on. I don't know if I followed it or not. Give me 1 second.
Man, because he's gonna see this and he's gonna be like, wow, these nerds are doing it better than I am. But he's got the personality, you know?
Yeah, I was saying it earlier before you joined. Like, we gotta get him on for an interview. Like, it doesn't even have to be crypto related. Like, we can literally use this platform for whatever we feel like talking about. Just like it's sponsored by, you know, cheese, right? Like, that's the whole point of it. If we got him on just to talk to his like Kybalion talk, like laws of the
Exactly.
universe talk, like I mean, I would literally talk to him about it for like 12 hours straight.
I would too. Metaphysics with shitcoin Dr. Phil. That's why that's the reason I bought this NF cheese, the doctor.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to give it to him. He even has a microphone.
It's perfect.
Yeah. So I
But
do
yeah,
have
his alt
another.
account is like Christ consciousness, like something along those lines. I'll stumble upon it again. Fuck, I forgot to follow him. I'll find it again.
Cool. Yeah, yeah. He's a good guy, and I don't know. He has a special place like in the lore for me. Because when I was first like getting deep into the cheese, dude, I was laughing so hard at all of that.
What was the account's name that was like LARPing as a 18-year-old girl and then an 18-year-old
Sweetie
boy
or
the next day?
something?
Sweet.
Or sweet, maybe just. Oh, my president.
My president.
My president.
My friend Sol Godman, how are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm very, very fine, my friend.
Good,
I
good.
made a special song today. This is not a full song, but the full song, the full album is coming very soon. So I attempted to make a song about the cheese communities, but I don't know if you have any community that is ready to work in a song. So I'm ready to do that.
Cheese is the only community, my president. I'm telling you, you know, I know maybe we had a little difficulty with you and your self-impeachment, but you know, you're always welcome back to cheese.
Real.
The
Spreading
reason
love
I
on
live
Cheese Day.
I have been asking the 1 million tokens because I said that I have a wallet, and the wallet that I'm holding long terms and the wallet that I'm selling the tokens. What I said, I am going to give the data a long, and that wallet is a holding by the Moonlight. Do you know Moonlight? The depths of the sticker bitcoins.
No, I'm not familiar with anything except cheese, my president. I'm gonna be honest with you.
If the cheese community is ready to drive the 1 million tokens, so I can send you the names of the more lights, so you can go and talk to him in order to get his my address there, because he is the one that my wallet, even my super the wallet.
All right,
Okay,
stream watchers.
so that is it. I have a lot of bullish news in order to push the cheese together. Yes, I think last years ago I made a special. A song like it's my.
I'm still here. Give me 1 second. I gotta set up the.
Graham, president, we miss you. You know, we can talk about it. About the specifics, you know. Cheese is not like these other communities, my president. We're not here to.
I studied everything about the cheese. I know everything. Cheese is not a short-term project. It's a long-term project.
Right.
In my first time to meet you, I think the cheese is a short term. In my first time to meet you, but after I keep working in the team, I realized that it's not a short-term project. It's a long-term. So that is why I need to get a box, because cheese is look like a ticker bitcoins. It's a project that will take a
Yes.
for promotion.
I just sent
so
you.
that is why
Actually, today is National Cheese Day, and we're having our first ever Rat Hole podcast. You're actually live on it right now. I have you on speaker. Yeah, just check it out. We can talk about it. we do have our Cheddar Reserve. And like I said, you're a hustler. You're out here making moves.
Yeah. Even if you send me, I can eat it secretly. Then I will give you my secret holding wallet. Please don't share it to anybody because I don't like it. My wife, because you know that. Yeah, I'm going to share you my secret holding wallet. Yeah, it is a secret holding wallet, so I can share it to you. Then after I share it to you, take a war, civil war. Do you know the meaning of the civil? I will let all the people on the
whole thing, but I'm working on it.
In order to join our Telegram and work together. So I'm going to do a song. I'm going to bring a walls from the Umtika Bitcoin. I have so many stuff every day in order to make the project big. So that is my target, bro. I assure you it is, and then it is a deal. I am going to hold the cheese to 100 million market cap. This is my deal.
No, we're going to 280 billion.
Okay, so what is 200 or 100?
287 billion with a B.
Okay, so 287 million.
Billion.
So I'm right.
Billion. Not million. Billion.
Oh my god. Nice. So I'm going to hold the cheese for a long time.
Oh no.
So you have my words. Okay, billions. Oh, nice.
I'm
Very
resetting.
wow.
I'm resetting.
Be a multi-billions of Nigeria. I want to be a rich man in Nigeria. I want to be a rich man in Nigeria for the chill community. So that is why I hold it. Because I realize that the chill is a really, really good cause. So I love that. So the only what I need, I don't like is I told the people, because Obama, I'm going to give you the soul. I say no, I don't like soul or USD. I just like 1 million token because I want to lock my wallet in order to keep working for it all the times, every day, until the chill is going to 87. That is it.
Talk about it. We'll talk about it. Here, let me go because I'm on this live podcast right now but I'll message you and I'll follow up with you in a bit on Telegram. Is that okay?
Okay, it's okay.
Okay. And then yeah, I've got some other ideas too, especially now that you're talking with Gary Cardone, because I've had some interaction with him too, and I think there could be some cohesion there.
Okay, so no problem. So you can send me all your ideas, and then I am going to do it for sure.
Okay, I'll follow up with you a bit later today.
Okay, so no problem. I will follow him and let him on it.
Okay. Goodbye, my president.
Thank you, man.
Yep.
Wow.
Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
Dude, that sounds like a fever dream, man. That whole conversation on the phone.
Oh man.
The Cheese Day podcast. He calls back.
Yeah.
And I just had the Gary Cardone guy with interacting. I was on a big podcast or a big space with him with thousands of people on it. I'll share the recording, but I very much was like pushing back against the idea. They ended up muting me because I don't think they liked some of the things I was suggesting. But immediately after that, like, he followed me and messaged me, and I don't know, I think something's there, realistically. I just think he's Gary Cardone. I think he's an older guy that, I don't know, he definitely has exposure and stuff, but he's one of these people that I don't think he's yet willing to accept that there's quite literally no difference between Bitcoin and cheese. Except I would argue cheese has a better community than the Bitcoin community at this point, because the Bitcoin one is just so disingenuous, and the main goal is to siphon money from lower IQ retail, it seems.
Wait, what are we talking about? Bitcoin or Bitcoin?
I'm talking about Bitcoin. Like,
okay,
BTC, the first crypto, the first decentralized cryptocurrency.
Okay, I had a big rug. I rugged like the whole space. I like double fucked the space like 3 times. or the stream, but I got it back on.
Yeah. Throw $1 million cheese into the Cheddar Orb Reserve, Jamie.
Just do
As
it.
punishment.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Put the cheese in the bag.
Pull that
Oh, and
cheese up.
President Obama has
Pull that
followed
cheese up.
the main account again. Let's go.
That's right. I'm definitely not going to give him $1 million cheese, but I'll feel him out a little bit and be like, all right, I see how you operate now. We're gonna lay some grounds before we let you back in for a second term. Essentially, like any cheese, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna hold that cheese for you. You know?
Just hold the nacho for him. Put the cheese on it.
Yes. Maybe I'll slow drip it, but I'm gonna be like, look, cheese is not to be sold. Cheese is to behold.
True.
Behold the cheese.
Behold the cheese.
Not to be sold, to behold. Any hole.
There's a goal.
That's right.
That's right.
I'm scared to touch the.
Dude, I was laughing when you you said 287 billion, and he was like, "Okay, I'm going to take it to 200 million." And then you were like, no, billion. And then he said,
Brilliance, my friend.
"Oh my
Brilliance.
god, ha 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 ha."
They just don't get it, man. They just don't understand that we're not going for that small time. We're gonna do it bigger than they ever done it.
That's right.
That's what
That's what I mean. Everyone's trying to build on a bad foundation, you know? You need a nice hard aged foundation. A solid hard cheese foundation. Otherwise it's gonna crumble. It's gonna crumble like some dry feta.
That's true, man. Although dry cheese is pretty good, man.
It's good, but you're not gonna build a tower on some dried feta, you know?
Shit, no, man.
It's a great garnish. You
Yeah,
know?
but
once
on
you
top.
got the structure built, you know, yeah, crumble some feta on top of it, but you can't
That's
be
right.
can't be throwing feta all on the bottom.
After
of it. You're
looking at
trying to-
this, I don't think I can do this. Also, I can stream it and do it from my laptop. So we might have to graduate to a space, but you guys can stay in here until you want to do that.
Wait, what?
Wait for what?
To graduate to a space.
Okay.
I mean, you can definitely leave it up for a while, but like once we start adding more people, it's gonna get harder and harder to keep everybody in. Because I don't have.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not that many people right now.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is like you can stay on the stream for now, but I don't have the ability to edit the overlays and everything. So.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, basically.
Let's stay in here for like a little bit, like maybe until like noon, 12:30 EST, and then we can end it, and then like officially end it, and then graduate. I'll open up a X space.
Okay, yeah, that's cool.
Totally. Yeah.
But I do have to go wage. I'm gonna go, so I'm gonna be here in.
This feels like a natural end. Then fuck it. What am I waiting for?
I mean, it's fine. Trust me. Like I said, it won't rug on its own, but I'll let you guys decide.
No, it's fine. This has been. We can call it here. It feels like a natural ending point, anyways.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody who tuned in, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. Happy National Cheese Day. Going forward, these will be, more organized. The episodes will probably be more topic specific. It won't be, in the form of an X space like it was today. But either way, the platform is born, and the rat hole will survive and thrive.
It
It's called a
exists.
rat hole.
We'll make sure that we beat Cheese Jamie a little bit more. So he.
I'll do it, bro. I
train him
promise I'll
together.
have it. Like I said, it was just like
Are you
the. I had to go so remote so many times that I don't think I could do it on my laptop as well.
Are you gonna be free later today, Diz?
Yeah, I'll be gone for probably like 8 hours. I'll be back way later from now.
You guys maybe want to do like a part 2 late night when all the degens really start coming on and stuff. That could be
for
fun.
sure.
Yeah, I could definitely come back and do it when I get off.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna be around all day, so like I said, I can. I think I'm gonna take like a 10-15 minute break. I can open up another space for a little bit, and then we can do like a National Cheese Day after dark later on at night.
Cool.
That's right.
I'll make a background for it too.
Dope.
All right, say cheese to everybody.
All right.
Sorry, Den, that we kind of rugged it up, but
Always cheesing. Really, I do have to say, in all sincerity, Diz, this is really awesome.
Yep. Yeah.
I'll try to make it cleaner.
I love it.
Yep.
All right, wait, hold on. I got some.
All right, outro me. Oh. Okay. Big chili. Hey. All right, be good. Everybody stay cheesy.
All right. Stay cheesy.